I think it started. It did start. Hello, welcome to CreatorCast number 3. Yep, 3.
Hard to keep track of.
Yep. And in case you guys are wondering, Brits, you're staring into my soul. You can go to patreon.com/creatorcast and check what else you guys can get. You can get some cool perks like joining a Discord, TeamSpeak, and even starring on the podcast if you really want to drop that kind of money. So you can just go to patreon.com/creatorcast, check it out, read some of the stuff. If it interests you, then feel free. To plug something, we don't really have sponsors yet. We're working on that. But if you guys know, I just relaunched my Rust server, and you can see the client.connect right there on the screen. And you can join my Rust server and have fun. It's a vanilla server. It's cool. Daft hates Rust. Okay.
It's Rust.
Rust is mean to me, dude.
It's not Rust Legacy. I don't give a shit.
Legacy is just Russian hackers. So,
and the new one is just Korean hackers.
Pretty much.
Oh, well,
but that's why you have admins to ban people. So we have a few questions from a few of our patrons. We have 4 patrons now, which is fucking awesome. We're moving up in life.
Yeah.
Thank you. One of our patrons asked if we're going to be playing Escape from Tarkov.
Absolutely.
I know nothing about the game. What's it about?
You know nothing about Escape from Tarkov.
No.
So Escape from Tarkov is essentially like I guess you can imagine like Battlefield-like feeling of gameplay, but in like a DayZ environment. So it's a survival game that doesn't have shit controls.
With DayZ looting.
Yeah, with DayZ looting and like hardcore, your guy dies, you lose all your shit. Like,
yeah,
it's kind of like what the
huge
survival
attention
game.
to detail too.
Yeah, it's very nice graphically. I guess they're supposed to release at the end of March, which is actually keeping me from going home for Easter, which is like which says a lot. Apparently. It says a lot. Yeah, right now I think they have an under NDA alpha. I'm not in it personally, but I think there is people testing the game currently, and it should be pre-release for people that I believe pre-purchase it on their website.
I mean, it looks pretty.
At their top tier. I did their $180 tier on their website just because it would get me like extra copies and like in-game cool stuff. And
yeah, there's a cool dev diary where they just talk only about animations where, like, to open a door, you don't just push E and then see a door open. The person actually opens the handle to get inside of it. They have to pull open drawers to loot inside of them, stuff like that.
Apparently,
there's like 50 different animations just for reloading certain guns.
They did a lot of mocaps. So like when you're opening the door with your left hand, you're aiming in with your right hand when you're holding a pistol to like shoot someone if they're actually there.
Yeah, the whole like long sights, and then you can turn the gun to the side and use like 2 times scope right in front of you, reflex type shit. That's fucking awesome.
They paid a lot of attention to detail for sure. And I think it's built on Frostbite CryEngine.
Unique in-game
so
ID.
It's not really like it's not going to run terribly because obviously it's not their own engine, and that's where DayZ goes to shit because they have their own shit engine, which is pretty much the Arma 3 engine, just a little different.
Yeah, the broken one that just breaks more every time they try to fix it.
I don't know why they don't just start using an engine that's already created and then just make assets for it. That's the best thing.
I mean, I like the Arma engine. It's funny, but for bugs,
it's funny.
It just never gets fixed.
Yeah, it's funny. That's really all you can say. But yeah, we will be playing it. I assume Ritz will be playing it no matter what, and so will Daft and I.
I tend to.
We'll buy it and play it, stream it, whatever.
I'm looking at this unique in-game ID.
Unique in-game ID?
Mm-hmm.
Is that like one of the tiers or something?
In the Edge of Darkness $140 version, yeah.
That's what I bought. Whatever the highest one is, I bought it. That's mainly because it was like guaranteed pre-alpha access. And I was like, I could be the first one to post a video on it. I'm down.
I mean, that's also, you get that in the second tier, but okay.
Then there was something else in the top tier that was really interesting to me then.
Huge size of stash, unique secured container, free DLC.
Maybe. I think it's escapefromtarkov.com, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then the second question was Survive the Nights.
Man, we've been talking about that game for how long now?
Way too long. Way too long.
I think I heard about that, but I don't remember anything about it.
Honestly, it's like a better graphic 7 Days to Die.
Taking them just as long.
Really all you can say about it, I would say.
I remember us talking about that before H1Z1 came out.
Yeah. So it's been in development for a really long time. They did have like a test weekend where people were
closed,
allowed to
yeah.
play it, but like it didn't have zombies in it. It was just PvP, and even the PvP was like broken. So it's pretty much just like, hey, hop into our world and run around and look at stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was. And it ran
Star
like
Citizen.
apparently it ran like shit, and it
It was
looks
supposed to come out
terrible
last
so-
year.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out June of last year around H1Z1 time, and then H1Z1 got announced, and they probably like backpedaled a little
Well,
bit.
then Art came out, and then
Yeah.
they
I don't know.
I think they switched engines or something, and that's why it's taking so long.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, they switched. No, they haven't switched engine, but like CryEngine gets the new update, and they're like, all right, we're gonna update to the new CryEngine assets.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why? Just release it. Like, I don't care at this point. It's like they had so much hype, and then they just
Waited.
it's like a deflated balloon after a while. Like, I don't care anymore. Like, it releases, I'm gonna be like, wow, it finally released, and then after all the build up, the hype's not gonna live
It's
up to
gonna-
it
yeah.
ever. No.
That's the problem, man. Like Culling and Ark, they were smart to talk about
just-
it like
yeah.
1 to 3 months in advance and no
Yep.
more.
They're like, hey, this is coming. And everybody's like, wait, what? Whoa. And then they just
Yeah.
play it and they love it.
Too much shit comes out, man. You can't tell us about something years in advance anymore.
No.
Yep.
And then last question of Patreon was our favorite Nicolas Cage movies.
I'm going with Face Off, man.
Face Off.
It's a fucking classic.
Yeah. Daft.
I'd say so. Face Off or just anything he's been ridiculous in. Just Nicolas Cage has 2 styles of acting. Either he's like really on board and is going to be the greatest actor you've ever seen, or he's just like, fuck this, who cares? I like the one where he says fuck this, who cares, and like makes his eyes pop out of his head.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like not the bees?
Yeah, the fucking bees, dude.
Fucking
Yeah.
awful.
Um,
Look at me,
anything
it's an
like
awful
that.
movie. Don't watch it.
I
It was a
liked,
serious movie too, but it looks like a comedy.
I liked Con Air, and I liked that he directed Kick-Ass. That was very good.
Con Air is cool, but it's still like really cheesy.
Yeah. Still
Like,
a good
really
movie, though.
cheesy.
It's an old
I
movie.
remember I saw it when I was like 10 years old or something. and I liked
Royal
it, and I saw it
Kick-Ass
later.
wasn't directed by Nick Cage at
No,
all.
that
Oh,
was-
no. It wasn't
that was
direct. No,
Rocky
he's in it.
Vaughn,
He
yeah.
was the Batman guy. That's what it was. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
directed.
I was
dad.
like,
He
whoa
was.
there.
He wasn't the main actor. That's what I meant to say.
Has he directed anything?
He has. He definitely
Like,
has. I remember.
anything we would know
I've
of?
seen trailers where it's like directed by Nicolas Cage, and I'm like, I don't care. But yeah, no, I'd look it up. He definitely has directed something in the past. Are you muted, Ritz? Are you
I
muted?
think he is.
You were muted for a second. What
Oh,
happened?
Great.
Something
He
break?
made his everything broke. He made his directorial debut in 2002 with Sunny, a low-budget drama starring James Franco as a male prostitute.
Oh,
And that's the only thing that he's
Really?
directed.
then I'm a
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I've seen directed, maybe
Executive producer.
executive producer Nicolas Cage, maybe. I feel like
Yeah,
if
he-
anybody, any popular actor ever touches anything, they just spam it all over the credits to get people to watch it. It's
Yep.
like, Nicolas Cage watched this movie an hour ago. It's like, oh my god, Nicolas Cage.
Executive producer Steven Spielberg. Like they probably called him one time.
Yeah,
was
and
like, "Do you
asked
like
him a
this?" And he's like,
question.
oh, we like it. Oh, cool. Here you go.
Yeah.
That,
Like,
thanks,
that doesn't
thanks for your
do
money.
anything. Yeah,
It's stupid.
something for people to fall for.
That's just like when they did Anchorman 2. They're like, it's Will Smith and all these other people. It's like, they were in 3 seconds
Will-
of the movie.
Yeah.
What?
Will Smith was
They-
in that movie? Really?
Yeah, there was like cameos. There was like 30 cameos.
Yeah,
promoted
and
the
they like
shit out of
used
those.
them
Yeah, I
in
remember
the
those.
trailers. They're like, Will
To
Smith
sell.
is in it. And it's like, Will Smith hasn't been in a movie in 3 years. I might as well go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just
He
like,
used to be the number 1 ranked or number 1 highest paid actor, and
Will Smith.
now and like the past 6 years he's done like nothing substantial.
Well, you know
hasn't.
why? Is because he's trying to get his son to get into everything, but his son's
Yep.
a piece of shit actor, and they did
And I
After
love Will
Earth.
Smith. He's awesome. He makes awesome movies.
No, I liked
he used
it
to
all-
have a great track record.
He
no, I
did.
definitely liked
And
his
then-
all his shit.
After Earth happened,
Yeah, that was
then it was done.
that was
He-
just you could tell that was try hard. I want my son to be famous.
Yeah.
They were
Yep.
like the only humans in the movie.
Yeah.
And then he tried recently he did which I actually liked the most, not the most recent one, but he did the concussion thing for the NFL, which was like
Oh, yeah,
all
right.
Tell the
right.
truth.
He was
Yeah.
like
Told
the
nominated
truth.
for a Golden Globe or something for that, I think.
Yeah, it was all right in that. And then there was the gambling one. I forget what it's called.
Oh yeah,
Where
with,
he like
Wolf of Wall Street
yeah,
chick.
he pickpockets people and like has this whole operation, and it was just like some mind blowing shit. Sometimes I like that.
Was it
movie.
Focus?
Focus?
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good one. I enjoyed that one. So he'll come back. I don't know how we got to Will Smith from Nicolas Cage, but yeah, Will Smith is a good actor.
Because we talked about
Yeah.
people. and
The
stuff.
cameo bullshit. Yeah.
Have they ever been in a movie together?
Nicolas Cage and Will Smith. All right,
I-
Google, here we
let's-
come.
There's got to be a website for have they ever worked together.
Yeah, there has to be.
Nicolas Cage, Will Smith.
I wonder, dude, because
Move
It-
into
that's a
to
weird
Hollywood?
mix-up.
Square. I
I'm
don't
sure they
see
probably
anything.
know each other, but
The only thing that popped up was
Enemy of the State was the one that
This
popped
thing-
up for me.
Welcome to Hollywood, which is like a comedy about fame. Bunch of people doing cameos, I would assume.
Enemy of the State. Was it John Travolta? No,
Uh,
who was the agent? Tommy Lee Jones?
Nicholas.
Let's find
Yeah,
out.
Nicolas Cage is nowhere on this page, so I don't know why that popped up. But
Oh no, Gene Hackman.
writer was David Marconi. Who cares about the writer? Pretty much.
Yep.
Tony Scott was the director.
So
Will
basically,
Smith,
no.
Gene
I guess
Hackman.
not,
Yeah,
yeah.
No, they've never
That's
been in a movie
weird.
together.
That'd be cool to find out, like, all those, has this actor worked with this actor? Like, huge people that should have worked
Got to
with
be a
someone.
neat, like its own IMDb sort of website. Just
Yeah,
Probably.
it's a
into
quirky
that, you know?
thing.
Probably. I can't imagine how expensive that movie would be just to get both of those guys in one room.
Oh, that would be like
Yeah.
the whole budget.
Yeah, right. But slap that all over a trailer and you get people to watch it. So
Yeah.
obviously, last
Suicide Squad,
night,
though. Will Smith.
Suicide Squad. Is he in Will Smith? Is he in Will
Will
Smith?
Smith's in
he's
it. He's
Deadshot.
Deadshot.
Suicide. He is. Okay.
He's one of the main people, you know.
Okay.
As long, I don't know, from the trailers, he looks like he's just really bored to be there.
I mean, the
I
reason
feel like
anyone's
Will
gonna
Smith
watch
is
that is
burnt
for
out.
Harley Quinn. It's all the-
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
don't know. Will Smith is kind of turned into this like dead-faced, like I'm just gonna make three faces. It's gonna be and then just bored.
Yeah.
And most of it is just bored. Like he's like, I'm Deadshot.
I feel like he's just kind of burnt out in acting anyway. He
Yeah.
like had that long run. It was like every movie was like, oh, another Will Smith movie, another Will Smith movie, another Will Smith movie.
I feel like he's trying to be
eventually-
too serious for too long, and
Yeah.
now
Yeah,
he
it's
just
like the
is
fact
just
that
making a bunch of
the
wrong
next
decisions.
Independence Day doesn't have Will Smith in it.
Yeah. Did you hear
Okay.
what they're how they're like getting rid of him?
Wasn't it like there's like literally a ticker tape at the bottom of a TV? That's
No,
like,
there's like they did some test flight of one of the alien spacecrafts, like the
Yeah.
personal
I
ones,
hate that shit.
and it apparently crashed and he died. So now
well, that's how people found out is it's a ticker tape in the TV in one of them. It's like blah, 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 died. It's
like
okay.
that's just the cheesiest thing. Like, oh, we couldn't afford Will Smith. He didn't want to do it, so he did a great thing, and everyone
Yeah.
remembered.
That's like in the Transformers movie. It's like, oh yeah, with Megan Fox. Like, yeah, they broke up.
Yeah,
They broke up.
yeah.
It's like,
It was like 5 seconds. You don't need to care about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
We just got another
That's a
hot
huge
female
part of it.
to jump and jiggle in slow motion. So you're fine.
Mhm.
You don't need Megan Fox anymore.
Although that chick that replaced her, that supermodel chick, she was actually a better actress. She actually tried.
Probably. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not hard to act better
And
than Megan
relatively
Fox.
more attractive as well. So it was
Yeah.
a pretty good upgrade.
She didn't act like she deserved to be there, kind of the way
Yeah.
Megan Fox did.
Yeah. So last night, Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz,
It's a good fight.
and then
Yep.
also Holly Holm and
And Misha Tate.
Misha Tate.
two fantastic fights for people who have never seen UFC.
I knew McGregor was going to lose. Legitimately called it from the beginning because he jumped 35 pounds or whatever the fuck. He
Yeah.
went from 140
He
to
wasn't- he
160.
Two
wasn't
weight
ready.
limits.
Yeah.
Which incorporates reach, which is
Yeah.
a huge part of it because
Yep.
Diaz is a lanky motherfucker.
He had
regardless.
4 inches on him.
Yeah,
Not even
that's
reach, just
huge.
height. Just height.
It's
He had like
huge.
4 or 5 inches in reach on him.
When they're on the ground, it's like big spoon, little spoon. It's a huge
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah. So,
But it was just my problem with all of it was everyone that hadn't watched UFC only heard from other people that Connor talk shit, and they're like, "Fuck this!" It's like, dude, that's been talking shit is like half the game. That's been around
Yeah.
since Ali.
no, yeah, it doesn't make sense. I don't understand. It's like he lost because he talked too much shit. It's like, no, he lost because he jumped
Took
up.
a risk by going up
Yeah.
to things
Yep.
and fighting a guy that is way
He
bigger than him.
Previously had 2 belts before, right? He was like the first person in the UFC to have 2 different weight belt.
No, that's what he was going for. With
That's what he was going for.
Dos Anjos.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what he was.
Which
going
I don't
for.
know if he's still going to get that shot. They might make him face someone else. But
Apparently, in 8 days, has to drop down to 140 again, or they're going to take his belt.
well, I'm
within
sure he can
8
because he
days.
said the next thing he really wants to do is defend the belt against either Aldo again or Frankie Edgar, which would be a great fight because Aldo's just no one cares about that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another
Can we
thing.
talk about
What?
real quick? We all had a huge argument last night. The Tom Lawler versus Corey Anderson.
Which one was that?
That was light heavyweight.
Oh yeah.
Where they called it 30-27 when Lawler obviously destroyed the first round. Anderson
I
was
didn't
doing
see that
nothing.
fight.
Yeah, I saw it. But
Basically, Anderson
Yeah.
did nothing the entire first round besides get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
And Lawler was in the center of the ring with control the entire round. The
Was he
second
actually
round was
landing
a little
shots?
more. Second round was a little more. It could go either way. And the third round, Anderson controlled.
Yeah.
But decision was unanimous. 2 of the judges said 30-27, which is complete bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah, the
The-
scoring system is
scoring
too
system's
weird.
really
They should've
weird.
Gone back to the legacy system where
Yeah.
they did it. A
If
lot
you
different.
win,
Yeah.
you get 10 points. If you lose, you get 9. And if you do terrible, you get less than 9. That's how it works.
Yeah. But
so pretty
Lawler was
much 2
kicking
of those
ass the first
judges
round.
said that Anderson won all 3 rounds. Like no doubt, no
Which is-
contention. Anderson won all 3.
no way Anderson
Yeah.
won that first round. There was
That's-
0% chance. That
I
happened.
still think it would have been a toss up. It wouldn't have been unanimous. Anderson still could have won based on how many hits landed versus like Aldo.
The second round, yes.
Yeah, but like
the first round, not.
towards the first round, but then the second and the third were kind of a toss up.
Yeah,
They really were.
100%.
So
Anderson won the fight. He
Yeah.
did not win the first round.
I don't
That was my
I
biggest
don't
complaint.
agree to them saying 2 judges saying 30-27.
Yeah.
But if they were like, "Oh, we had like a 29-28 on 2 of the judges," I'd been like, "Okay, that makes kind
but
of
it was
sense.
2 judges,
Maybe
30,
Anderson
27,
got an
and
extra
1
punch in that really fucked him up that we didn't see
Yeah,
or something."
it was just annoying.
I
was like,
think
that's
it
bullshit.
yeah.
Come on.
I mean, I'm not saying Anderson shouldn't have won, but I'm also
No, he
not
definitely should have
saying
won.
Yeah. But
He
like I'm
shouldn't
not
have won that first round.
I'm
That's what
also not
saying.
saying, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But he, I don't know. It was a weird fight, and it was one of those cards that nobody really gave 3 fucks about.
That's
anyway,
fair.
So yeah, and then
This was
obviously
interesting.
Misha Tate and
Oof,
Holly
super
Holm.
deserved that shit, dude. She's been
Misha
trying for a
Tate
belt
did
for like
indeed.
ever.
But
Holm-
I had Holly Holm
had
on that.
time
one.
not run out, Holm would have won it, and Tate took
Yeah.
that advantage when
Absolutely,
she got it.
she definitely had at least 3 rounds.
And Tate,
yeah,
was like,
on
nope.
both the fights, I was like, Holly Holm's gonna win, McGregor's gonna lose. I guess I had a 50% there.
Yeah.
I saw a post interview where Tate said that when she was sitting down after the 4th round, they were like, "We have to assume that she's winning. You have to end this shit."
Yeah.
And so she was like, "All right,
Yeah.
here we go." And you can tell that she was trying to go for a grapple like 4 times.
Yep.
The
Like
funny
everyone
thing
in the
is,
room was just like, "Oh man, she's trying with this grapple. She's not doing so." And then we're like, "Oh shit!"
Props to Holly
Yeah.
though, dude. She fucking legit fell asleep. Like she wasn't about to tap
no,
out.
she passed
My-
out. She was out.
My buddy, my buddy Tyler, roommate, made a joke when she was punching, and he was like, "Magikarp used splash. It was ineffective." Because she was just
Yeah, I feel like that's just like her default to like when you're getting fucked up to just punch the air to get it away.
Also-
that's all she is. She's a counter fighter. If someone
Yeah.
hits her, she tries to hit back because she knows their hands aren't in their face.
Was
Yeah.
it the 4th or the 3rd round where Holm was on the ground the entire time?
It was the second, I think.
second
it was.
round,
Yeah.
and she
Where
fucking
she
crawled to the
almost-
Kate.
Yeah.
Oh man,
She
That
almost
was-
passed out from that.
yeah,
That was rough.
Yeah, she tucked her
kept
chin.
telling-
That was really
I
good.
kept saying, I was like, dude, this is it. This is over. She can't get out of that. It was full all the way around the neck. Nothing was blocking. I was like,
and
dude,
she
she's out.
slipped. She was
She slipped, yeah. And then got more punches in, had more energy. It was crazy the endurance they had. Respect
That was a
to
good
both
fight.
of them.
It was good to see a fucking
Yeah,
five
good
round
fight for
back.
once,
That was
yeah.
definitely
Fight.
good for the women's division too, especially with changing champions. Just
Oh,
this
yeah.
is only the 3rd one that's ever existed, so that's and Misha held the belt before Ronda took it from her in Strikeforce.
yeah.
So she's had it before and wanted it back for like, I don't know, 7 years or something like that.
I think
Yes.
it was Tucker who said that like it's crazy to think that like MMA for women's is like it's like the biggest sport for women's
It
that
is.
like people watch.
Easily.
Yeah.
Apparently, Misha Tate and Holly Holm both walked away with like $1 million last night. Like no
I
problem.
mean, yeah,
I don't doubt it.
McGregor walked away with 10 million, and apparently Diaz didn't really crazy hit it off. He probably got around $1 million or something.
Probably because he was
I
like
think
a
he got
late.
more
He
than
was
that
a late-
because
he
He would have
was a-
gotten performance of the night bonus and all this
Yeah.
other bonuses.
Yeah, probably. He got bonuses and shit, but like he was so like short notice, like out of nowhere, and it wasn't this like
Yeah.
huge hyped up fight. So it was like, we're not going to
10-day
give you.
training camp. And that's another
Yeah.
thing. Both of those gentlemen had 10 days of training camp.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just McGregor.
It was pretty much a
going up.
fluke
He
of
was
a fight,
training
too.
For 155 for the whole time. That's the thing. Connor relies on uppercuts and jabs to the jaw, and he hit a bunch of them.
He did.
But this
Yep.
person is 170 pounds.
He's
and
not
is
gonna go
okay
down.
with being that big.
Yeah.
He needs some more hits, and that's just the Diaz brothers. They're tough as shit.
Yeah, it was
And he
interesting
took a
watching that
chance
first
and then-
round.
Proud of him.
Fucking McGregor, that entire first round was just trying to get the uppercut to get him down, and you could tell he wasted way too much energy in that first round.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember
He even admitted it. He said he wasn't
Yep.
efficient, and Nate was.
watching it live when he got that punch that I was just like, he's completely out of it. He's not even there anymore. He's
Oh,
just
yeah,
like,
no,
he's
he-
like kind of bouncing around. He's like, where the
His
fuck
arms
am
were
I
down.
again?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
He's
his
not even
arms
that
were
cut up.
down.
Yeah.
Like
He-
the right side of him is a little bruised.
Yeah,
on
he
his
was
face. The
he
same with
was
Nate.
flat-footed, and then I was like, all right,
Yeah.
he's gonna get knocked the fuck out one of these times. Then he got submitted,
Yep.
and obviously
That's
they
a testament, though. Nate doesn't.
he doesn't no he-
punch very softly.
No.
He took some fucking
No.
hits.
Oh,
not
yeah.
at all. It only took that one punch to really fuck him up and get him out of it. That's like reminds me of the Ronda Rousey
Home fight.
home fight where Ronda Rousey got punched and she was like, I just wasn't there anymore. Her like bottom jaw was like dislocated and her teeth were
That's
all
the thing.
loose.
Both of them didn't block. Ronda
Yeah.
didn't block at all.
Yeah.
Connor didn't block, but that's more Connor's style. Like
Connor
was
dodged.
cocky,
and
but he
weave,
still had them
Silva
up a
type
little
shit.
bit.
And he
Yeah,
still
a little
like
bit.
And
he
then
was
it was there.
controlling the whole fight until that one punch.
Yep.
Which is like
One
like
punch.
I said, it's just like you go up 30 pounds, you're not used to getting hit by a 170
You got
pound
to carry all
train.
that weight personally too.
Yeah.
For you to launch all those punches, they might not be as powerful as him being
Yeah.
145 when he walks around at 160
Yeah.
regularly. That he's just gonna demolish people.
Do we
he's
think
the
that
little guy.
Literally physics.
Is
It's
McGregor
like
gonna
momentum.
drop back down to his weight class?
Yes.
Every interview that I saw yesterday,
has
he
to.
said, "I think I'm gonna go down to 145 and defend against Edgar or Aldo."
The thing is,
whoever
if
they
he
decide at
doesn't
200.
go down there,
Yeah.
then they'll just take his belt and then they'll
Yeah.
have a title fight.
Yep.
And the funny
He
thing is,
posted-
this was like the first main event in a really fucking long time that wasn't a title fight. This was
Yeah.
not for
Yeah,
anything.
it was just an exhibition fight.
Just a random exhibition fight, and it's like everybody's like, "Oh my god, they knocked out McGregor." It's like he
Yeah.
still has his
That's
belt.
the thing.
He
He's
went up
still
30
the
pounds
champion
to
of
just prove himself.
145.
Like that's all
Yep.
he was doing.
Yep, he took a shot. Yep.
Like he was
That's
just
the thing. Everyone,
Yeah.
I see some titles where they're like champion Conor McGregor knocked out in submission or whatever. Like if you
It's like-
don't know UFC, you're mistitling that. That's so
Yeah.
incorrect.
No, not at all. It was literally like, oh, he got knocked out, whatever. He still has his belt. He's still got a crazy record. He's 19-3 or something, 22-3, I forget. And
Something
like,
ridiculous.
then they bring up that cocky stuff. It's like whenever I play like Counter-Strike or something, I'm the same way. I get in the other
Yeah.
team's head, and then they start sucking ass, like so I
Diaz
can
brothers are
win.
also
Around
great
forever.
heels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
And
you
the
don't.
shit talk between Diaz brothers is usually awesome. So that
Oh,
with
yeah.
McGregor
Oh, that was funny.
amazing leading up. I just wish there was the entire time for that to happen.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Diaz, they're like, we do apologize for the bad language, but it's like you're watching
Don't
two
surprise
bloody
motherfuckers.
men punch each
Yeah.
other in the fucking head, and you
Oh,
don't
honey,
you
don't
care.
look.
Yeah, like
He's
what?
swearing now.
Okay.
I'll never
Are you guys
understand that
excited for
shit.
197?
Yes.
Former versus
my
Jones, too?
God,
Yeah.
Dude, this was so good. I really hope John Jones is what he says he is, where he's come back. He's way more cut and he's way hungrier. Because
Yeah.
that'll be a fucking fantastic fight. Just
Yeah.
another brawler, dude.
And when is that one? That's late.
That's
March,
April
right?
April
23rd.
20th, 23rd, something like that.
Yeah, there's a couple of fight nights in between there, but I mean,
Yeah, fight nights or whatever. Usually,
197 is what
With
most
Mark
people are excited
Hunt,
about.
giant motherfucker. You're supposed to fight like next, I
it
think.
would suck to have the name Mike Hunt.
Yeah.
Be great. What are you talking about?
Or Mark
Oh yeah,
Hunt,
it's supposed
I
to
mean.
be. What is this one? 198. May
There was
14th.
a thing I saw before on it where you could see all the events coming up.
Wordum versus. I don't know a lot of these names actually.
Yeah, Verdum is the heavyweight champion.
Okay.
Heavyweight's always fun to watch.
I really want to see. They have to go big for 200, right? Like.
Yeah, they haven't announced. I don't think they've announced 199 or 200. But a lot of people are thinking that it'll be
Rousey.
Rousey versus Tate
Yeah.
for the championship, and then Connor versus Edgar or
Yeah,
Aldo.
200 supposed to be this crazy ass like record breaking for money and everything.
It's interesting to see that like Ronda's beaten Tate, Tate's beaten Home, and Home's beaten Ronda. Like it's like rock paper scissors.
There's
because
just
all of them,
totally different styles all throughout. That's the craziest thing. This Home
had Ronda
fight
taken
was
Home to the
such a
ground
mismatch.
in their fight, it would have been over. But she's like, I want to prove that I can box, and it's like, well, you fucked up. So
yeah.
You're boxing the best boxer when you don't box.
Yeah.
But Connor posted a thing on, I guess Instagram is what they do now because Ronda did that too the first time.
Yep.
But he was like, if another champion goes up 2 weights to try to fight someone, let me know.
Yeah.
Says, I
Not
tried. I take my loss like a man. I'll never apologize for taking a risk.
He was very like humble. Like he was like humbled in victory, humbled in defeat.
That's the thing.
He shook the guy's hand. He was like, great job. Give him a pound.
That's why I like
shit.
McGregor so much, because he's a humble asshole. He's an
After it
asshole, but
happens,
he's humble.
Like, all right, you did it.
Yeah. Like, he's like, all right, I talk shit, you beat me, whatever. Like, whatever.
But in this thing, he obviously knows about the Aldo thing, which I guess I should preface by saying Aldo called him a pussy and called out McGregor last night after the loss. And everyone's like, dude, you got knocked down in 13 seconds. Like, what more of a loser thing can you do and call out a loser? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, a loser calls out a loser. It's like, haha, you lost too. It's like
all the comments are just 13 seconds, ha ha ha. It's like that's all you have to say to the guy.
Yeah,
like, you're kind
and
of
then he
irrelevant
shuts the
because
fuck
of
up.
that.
Yeah.
So McGregor in here even says, although you're a pussy, Dos Anjos, you're a pussy. When the history books are written, I showed up. You all showed up on Twitter.
Not wrong.
And
the funny thing
says,
is,
Nate, I will see you again, which would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Because Nate normally fights at 155, so that'd be fucking awesome if they both went 155.
Yeah.
And it was like kind of an even match.
that would be more of an even match for sure, because he's
Yeah.
dropped weight and then he's gained weight.
This is more of
So.
like, what else can we hype up? Oh, a crazy 170 match.
Yeah.
God, I'm
If
so excited.
if McGregor would have won this, I honestly think like everyone would have been talking about, oh, is he gonna go after Robbie Lawler now? Is he gonna go for the welterweight title?
No.
But
No.
He would have
honestly-
to drop down to keep his
You
I
can't.
think
As
he
soon
would
as you go
destroy
up for a
Robbie
title,
Lawler,
you
though.
lose your lower one.
Yeah, you can't fluctuate like that up and down and be healthy and actually be able to fight and lose 30 pounds one week and gain it back the next. Like, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. That's
So.
just like I said before too. You got to carry around your weight differently. You're not used to it. He's used to 145 for years now.
Yeah.
So it's a little different.
I was going to say something else, but I forget.
UFC is so good. That's all you need to know.
It's probably my favorite sport right now.
Perfect time to get into it. Dude.
It's the only
Blowing
sport I'm
up right
interested
now.
in at all. Like,
You really should just look at it. If you like can't afford the pay-per-view fights, go to a restaurant that plays them, go to a sports bar, whatever,
Yeah,
you know what I
bar,
mean?
yep.
Every
if you have
single
friends who are
sports
into
bar.
it and have
Yeah.
showings at their place.
Call your grandmother and use her pay-per-view money or something. I don't fucking know. Figure it
I got
out.
my wife from England into
It's
UFC,
on
if
YouTube.
that tells you anything.
It's on
That's pretty-
YouTube. You can pay for it on YouTube now.
Yeah, dude, you can
It's
watch
everywhere.
so many fights, old fights on YouTube too. They'll
Yep.
have entire fights on
Everywhere.
there.
Yeah. Even if you can't watch it the night
But watch
of,
catch up on.
yeah, just if you can't watch the night of, go watch it the day after. It's all there the day after.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah, no, UFC is
It's
definitely
fun to get
something that
into.
people need to get into pretty soon.
And it's great because it's one of the most unpredictable things. Like you can totally have people being like, "Oh, McGregor's won this he hasn't lost in 5 years. Oh, blah blah, he's gonna win."
Nope.
It doesn't matter. It's so unpredictable in fighting that there's a million factors that could change
Yeah.
in an instant.
Yeah.
Just like the Aldo McGregor. That was so hyped. I was so ready for that. I fucking paid $50 for that pay-per-view. 13 seconds.
Yeah.
And I don't regret it.
The only
That's-
thing I regret was the what the fuck was it? Mayweather versus Pacquiao.
Oh, I went
Oh,
to
I remember watching.
I
that. It was
went
so
to a
bad.
restaurant to watch that, so I didn't waste any money. I had like a piece of pizza and just like watched
You
it.
should still feel like you wasted time.
I wasted a lot of time. Yeah, but that's what all Mayweather's fights are, so you kind of have to expect it. The fights
I mean, I
before were
understand-
entertaining, so
I understand boxing is about not getting hit, and he's really good at that.
Yeah.
But if you're getting paid millions and millions, you kind of need to.
he just
put
does.
on a
He
little
wants
bit
to.
of a
He wants
show.
to retire undefeated. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
So-
why I like UFC because they're not afraid to put people, or there's people in there that aren't afraid to take on fights that they know they might lose.
Yeah.
Whereas in boxing, it's like, nah, man.
Well, that's
I wanna
another
do this
thing
and
with
that.
McGregor's fight during like his conference between where McGregor sits at a table and Diaz sits at a table right next to him. He's just like, I don't really care if I win or lose. I came here for the paycheck. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, I can gain
a fighter,
30
let's
pounds
fight
and
him.
make 3 million more. Fuck it. I'll eat a shit ton of food. I'll work out less and I'll make 30 million. Like,
Yep, and it's not a title shot, so it's
Yeah,
not as
like,
bad
it's
as
not at
Ronda if
risk.
He loses.
It finally gets the pressure off your shoulders of being undefeated for the last 5 years, 15
Yeah.
fights or whatever. It's just like,
And it's
why
like,
not?
It could be a good thing that he lost. Now
It's
Nate
a
Diaz
win-win-win.
is possibly going to get a chance if he fights one more person at a
Oh,
title.
for sure.
That'd be awesome.
Nate Diaz is, now that he fought McGregor, is going to make more money as well. That's why Nate Diaz is talking shit to people to get more fights, because when you talk shit, you get a fight. That's how it is.
Yep.
The humble
Exactly,
people,
call people out.
yeah, the humble people that are like, let's have a nice little brawl. And it's like, no, you got to be like, yo, fuck face. I want to punch you in the face. And then they're like, yo, let's go.
Like Jones
And then
Cormier,
all
where
that,
they're fighting
all
at
the,
fucking
yeah, all the
press
Twitter and
conference.
Facebook blow up. They're talking shit. And everybody's like, oh my God, talking shit. Let's go watch the fight. That's
Yeah,
how you make the
exactly.
money.
That's
You don't
the
talk
hype.
shit. It's boring.
Talking shit is like 90% of the
It's
hype.
boring. And then, like, on the UFC 2 EA cover, it's Ronda Rousey now and McGregor.
Have you seen the
That's
shots
funny.
of the crying
Yep.
crying man? It's so good.
Michael
But he
Jordan
didn't lose a
crying
belt,
on their
so
heads.
I'm not.
Yeah,
That's
he
fair.
still has the belt.
Yeah.
Ronda's probably, I wouldn't doubt if Ronda
Ronda's
goes.
not even coming back until October, is what
Yeah.
Dana White said.
Well,
so I don't
UFC
even know.
200. I wouldn't doubt if Ronda goes
Yeah.
against Tate and gets the belt back, and then they're both should
200, I think,
deserve
is
to be
in
on the cover.
July.
Yeah, 200
So I don't know
July.
if she wants, because that's what he said. Dana White said that last night on a post interview. They're like, "Is Ronda going to be at 200?" And he was like, "I've heard that she's in training, but she doesn't want to come back until October or November."
Until she's completely ready, because she didn't want to come back, get
Yeah.
fucked
She
up
got
again, then be gone
fucked
for a
up.
year.
And she's probably got stuff she's doing like in movies or whatever. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure like she even said she's like, I don't really know where to go from this, but I need to like figure out life stuff basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes
Because you
sense.
can't do that forever.
Yeah, she
obviously.
was on the high horse for a really long time, and then kind of lights out.
So
and-
many people flipped as soon as she lost.
Yeah,
oh yeah, instantly like, oh, she sucks. Fucker, you see her knocked out? Like, it happens, dude. It's a fight.
those are the
Yeah.
people that don't know UFC that are saying that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The people that
don't
know
watch.
UFC is just like, oh, she got knocked out. Well, shit.
Or
She's
they're
gonna.
like, damn, that was a good fight. I
Yeah.
wish this dude won, but holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. If you really like the sport, you like the sport more than just a single person usually.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know. People are crazy. All right. So moving on from UFC talk, we're going
It's like
to the
podcast's all about basically.
yeah,
now.
pretty much.
About half, man. It was huge.
HTC Vive is
I want
shipping
it.
out, and people are getting them. Streamers are setting up Vive
donate.
streams pretty soon. It MSRP's for $800
God, so
plus tax. And shipping. It's like $850.
Some
So
years,
yeah. And does it come with any hand controllers?
yeah, the HTC
does.
ships with the controllers.
Okay.
I believe.
And it obviously, I think the picture I have on the screen right now is outdated, so don't go off of that. That's not what it looks like. That's probably just some random dude with some random goggles on.
Yeah, no, it's like this, like, it looks like Swiss cheese goggles.
Yeah, that's actually what I have there, but it has no earmuffs or anything or earbuds.
Oh, that doesn't come with earmuffs. You use your
What?
headphones.
Oculus
believe
has
so.
that.
Yeah, but Vive actually lets you move around instead of sitting in a goddamn chair. So,
I suppose. Touche. But yeah, it released. I haven't used it. I haven't read up on it. I'll probably buy it in a couple weeks or something whenever I feel
I
like it.
know Mini Lad has it. He was streaming with it yesterday or the day before.
Okay.
And was saying he likes he likes, what the fuck's the other one? The one that I don't care about, Oculus.
Uh-huh.
He's like, the Oculus is fine, but there's only so much you can do while sitting at a computer and just moving your head. He's like, the Vive, you actually move around, you're actually doing stuff. Like, he's like,
Makes
that's
sense.
where the future's at,
Well, like what I read in an article is like the Vive is going for transforming your entire room into a play area.
Yeah.
And Oculus is going for the controlled space, being able to do everything. So you could,
So they're limiting games on what's accessible on the Oculus.
pretty
for
much,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing
not
is,
smart,
with
I don't think.
Oculus now, they have, what was that thing, that treadmill thing that we talked about last week?
The Omni.
The Omni.
That's been a thing for a while.
So you can get the Omni, you can get the Oculus, and then it comes with the not Kraken, I keep forgetting what they're called. And it comes with
Razer,
those
whatever the fuck.
Razer, whatever the fucks.
I don't know how
The
tough
Hydra
are.
or
We'll see
something,
how they
right?
are.
And you get all
Yeah.
three of those things, and then you have this like pod, and you're just in your pod, and you can do everything you want. Vive is more like transform your living room into a giant play area, which sounds cool, but also you think of it as a scenario of like trying to play a hardcore game with guns or shooting or something
They're not
like
going
that.
to be. They're going to limit how the games are.
Exactly.
Like the game budget cuts. The
I've-
way you move around is you can walk a couple feet, but then it's like you're limiting based on whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. but you shoot like a thing and it teleports you to wherever you are, and
Yeah.
then you can move around more. It's
So
really cool.
that's why I see the Vive as being more of a casual thing, while Oculus is shooting more for a broader market, because it's like you don't need a big room, you don't need,
I mean, you don't need that big a room,
and
for
it's
the
cheaper
Vive.
technically. If you
Yeah.
buy the walking thing, it's obviously way fucking more expensive. I don't
Yeah.
even know if those work together yet, but they have been advertising them together. So
They've been advertising them together for like 3 years. So
I don't know. Right now, Oculus is more of an experience thing. You sit in a chair and you go on a roller coaster, and Vive actually has games that you can play. So I don't
yeah,
really know.
I think that being able to move around is gonna be what swings me.
It's really going to suck
Vive.
when they're like, this one's coming to Vive, this one's coming to Oculus, and you only have one or the
Yeah.
other.
Well, because
and it's-
Oculus doesn't have as many options, really.
the
That's
funny
the
thing is,
problem.
Oculus was advertised on Steam, and Vive was also advertised on Steam. So I don't know.
It seems like the
What's
Oculus
happening?
was more of like the introductory VR,
Yeah,
because that's been talked
Yeah.
about forever, and now everything else is like, oh, we can do that, but we're brand new,
Better.
so we can do other shit.
yeah.
Yeah, ever since
Everyone I've
Oculus
talked to
got
who's
bought.
played with both says the Vive is a better experience.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I'll get both, and I'll give my formulated opinion whenever I decide to try both. I've only used Oculus at this point.
Yeah.
But the experience was surreal in itself, so I can't say here nor there about either one. So
Yeah,
I don't know. But it's coming. Virtual reality is
Yes.
coming, and it's right on the doorstep. It's
I want
Coming
it.
hard.
pretty sure Oculus
baby.
releases in
How
May.
hard?
Oculus ships in May. Vive is
Yeah.
shipping now. So
Yes.
pretty fucking crazy. Wait till there's like games and stuff
Yeah.
for it, and they do Twitch chat inside the Vive, and
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
it's-
want to see that.
it's gonna. Yeah, I don't know. That might hurt my eyes a little bit.
I
That's the
assume
thing
it'll be
too.
like a little box like this that just has like 4
Yeah.
or 5 lines of text.
So like on my webcam right now, I'm showing off the Tobii IX. Have you heard about the Tobii IX?
No.
So essentially, this tracks eye movement, and like I could play DayZ with this thing, and it would track where my eyes are looking and stuff to like
So,
look over
track
my.
IR?
That's what it is, pretty much. Yeah, but
Okay,
it's
cool.
it's called the Tobii IX. It's like hardware, software, and it's like pretty
Okay.
cheap. It's like $80 or something. And it gave me migraines because it uses infrared lasers and literally shoots them
Oh.
into your fucking eyes.
Ooh,
So-
That
can't
sounds
be
not-
Yeah,
safe.
yeah.
What?
I don't
No.
think it is safe on long hours. I'm pretty sure they have disclaimers of like 30 minutes to an hour of use, and you should stop and like take a break or something. But
The
like,
Oculus
I
has
don't-
that,
I
I
don't want
believe,
lasers.
too.
I
not
recorded
nice at
DayZ
all.
for about 20 minutes, and I had to like just get off and lay down and close my eyes. I don't
It's
know
like
if it was just.
3D where
I don't know if
it's
it's
just too
me.
much.
Yeah, I don't know if it's me or like motion sickness. Like motion sickness runs in my family. My dad gets seasick no matter what,
Yeah.
unless he takes motion sickness pills. Like on the planes, I always take motion sickness pills. I'm usually fine, but they make me pass out, so I can just sleep through the whole flight.
Which
But-
is sometimes the best option.
Yeah. But I don't know, like, if my body's going to be able to do more than 20 to 30 minutes at a time of virtual reality without me getting, like, and just want to, like, get up and walk around, you know, even though you're already up and walking around. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
it says there's an eye tracker. It consists of cameras, projectors, and algorithms, and it projects it in a pattern of near infrared light
Yeah,
into your
that's okay.
eyeball.
Yeah.
I don't want anything like that in my eyeball.
No.
Not safe.
It was cool and it worked, but, like, it just wasn't practical for, like, a long period
So
of
they're
time.
like
gaming.
glasses,
No.
like shop glasses.
No, you don't wear glasses at all. It
Oh,
tapes, it
this
magnets.
thing on here is called Tobii Pro glasses.
Oh, that
That's
might
kinda
be a
weird.
new product, but Tobii IX is the thing I'm talking about. It's literally a bar that magnetizes to the bottom of your screen.
Oh, okay. I see the bar.
Yeah.
A
Yeah, I see
peripheral
it.
device.
Yeah.
$139.
Yeah. And we
I
had
thought
we had
maybe it was
codes to make it like
it was
80
like
bucks.
those where it was on your face and it
Nope.
was still destroying your eyes.
That would be awful.
Like right here.
No,
Want
it's
some virtual
it's
boy
far
shit?
away, but it tracks your
Yeah.
eyes, so it fucking hurt. I don't know if it was like a coincidence that I got a migraine. I don't fucking know if it was the reason, but I know that like I was like, wow, I have a migraine. What did I do earlier? Oh, I had infrared laser shot into my eyeballs. That's probably what did it.
Yeah.
So it was bad. It was bad. Yeah. I don't know. I hope that it's not like this motion sickness shit that makes me want to just throw up every time I use it.
Yeah.
Dude, I have to push the 3D glasses up in movies because
I don't have to. So.
It just I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm going cross-eyed or something.
I fucking hate going to 3D movies. I would rather watch it in just standard IMAX.
Especially yeah, definitely IMAX 3D only. It's like why?
No.
Not all of us want that. Don't force that shit on us.
Ugh, make me puke.
I
I'm
don't
looking at that Tobii glasses thing though, and their selling video is this lady is shopping with
Yep.
her glasses, and she's just
Was
like
there, like, a
staring at
list or
cereal
something?
boxes and scanning them with her mind and shit.
I don't know, that's weird.
That's
It's
fucking
very weird. It's like
ridiculous.
Google glasses, but they look like, you know, those glasses that basketball players wear so they don't get hit in the face.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
corrective lens
Yeah.
strap on. That's what it looks like. They
Yeah.
even have a basketball player using it. Speak of the devil.
Of course.
I don't
No
know.
one wants that. Like Google Glass. I
It
don't want
worked. That's all I
Google
could
Glass
say.
doesn't exist anymore.
I
let's be
would never
honest.
use it practically, but it worked. So
Yeah.
that's like another thing. I think once all this virtual reality stuff comes out, people are going to be like, "That's overrated. I just want to click and push buttons.
3D TVs. Check it out. Like no
Yeah.
one cares anymore.
I want to just lay on my couch. You know what I mean? and
But
just
curved
watch TV.
TVs. Yeah.
Curved
But
TVs
curved
are
TVs.
literally
They're curved and they're 4K.
curved is literally the biggest marketing ploy of all time.
Everyone I know who owns a curved TV loves it.
It's like it makes you see it better from different angles, and
Everything
I'm like,
about selling TVs is gimmick shit.
It really
Check out
is.
this refresh rate. Check out these pixels. Like half the modern market has no idea what any of that means.
no,
No.
they just big
My-
the buy
my
they
mom's
big
like, what
they
do
buy
I
the
get?
biggest one that's recommended by the sales associate that's making money
Yep.
off of this said
Yep.
sale. That's all they do. So yeah. All right. So Twitch and YouTube, anything new? Anybody doing something different? Any assholes popping up in your streams or YouTube videos that you want to talk
I mean,
about?
as always, somebody I played a match at the Culling against Star.
Okay.
And I think it was you, Daft.
Yeah.
And it was like the last day of the open or early access or whatever. And so I happened to get an SMG, and Star's comments were super salty, and they were like, Ritz is so bad at this game, he can't do anything. And I was like, motherfucker, I just posted a video today where I got 6 kills with melee only. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I rated you, and I told all my viewers,
yeah.
boo on you for using guns or something.
Yeah.
I didn't really
Well,
care.
to be
It's part
honest,
of
I
the
was
game,
I was
but-
doing it because Sinnoh had never played before, and I was trying to get him all the different airdrops too.
Okay.
Like we were
Oh,
running
okay.
through, because that's the easiest way to get. Well, now there's a surprise me crate, but before then there was no way to get fucking airdrops.
Unless you
Yeah.
ran to the center when a pinata came in. Yeah.
yeah,
Or stole someone else's.
or
somehow.
stole someone, yeah.
Yeah.
But now SMG's nerfed, whatever. But yeah,
Yeah, plus you can just put on thick skin, 50% damage is reduced. You can still
Yep.
fight someone. Get
I
close
still
enough
love
to
the
knock out his
backstabs
hand.
don't work. It's the best one I think right now.
Backstab don't
Yeah, that
work.
one's pretty good for twos, definitely. 'cause
I
if your
usually
teammate
do
dies, you might
at
get sandwiched.
least
Yep.
something that does something with my stamina, either makes it go faster or have more of it. And then I usually do something that makes me a little stronger. And then the third one's just like up for play, like whatever I feel like
If
it's
you
going to
want
work.
stamina, I'd say go with the stim packs will last 3 times as long.
I tried that one and it just seemed like I was just going for stim packs too much. And I wouldn't go into a fight without using a stim pack. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't even
Any
do that.
prep
I
makes
just
you do that.
you
Go
last them-
focus on that.
they last for
guess
6
so.
minutes. So I just go in and I'll find it when I use it, because it's like I have 6
well, yeah.
minutes of this.
You
Like,
get the
that's not-
addict crate and you get like an orange juice and a med kit and everything. You just pop orange juice
Yep.
and run around full speed for 6 minutes, fucking shit up. And
Yep.
yeah, no, I've done it before, but I'm not a huge fan of that tactic of like hoping
I
that
like
I
it 'cause I
find
don't
a
have to
piece of
worry
orange
about
juice. You know what I
anything.
mean?
Yeah.
Like I clear up the space instead of holding on. Well, maybe I can use this later. It's like, no, I'll use it now because I don't need it.
Buffs can win games, man. Someone might
True.
be a bitch,
Yeah.
start running.
I'm not gonna lie.
catch their ass.
Yeah, they definitely do.
I always have stealthy on though. I can't stand hearing myself make noise for
I guess
100
so, yeah.
fucking meters away.
That was,
Especially the crafting. Like, it just sounds like you're really pushing 2 sticks together.
Yeah. And you can hear it like cross map.
Oh,
I literally
yeah, but
hear
the
it.
silent is
I'm
almost-
always just like, shush, shush, shush. There's somebody crafting 100 meters that way. And I run that way and I fuck them up because I can hear that.
Yep. And I can't tell you how many hits of charged up melee from behind I've had just because of stealthy. Like,
Oh,
nobody
no,
hears
for
you
sure.
at
Especially
all.
if you get the. Right now, I've been running bludgeon with the one that does 200% stamina damage from the bludgeon. And I have the
Yeah,
sledgehammer airdrop. So I get the sledgehammer. I backstab someone with the sledgehammer. And I have the 200% bludgeon. So I'm doing 120 stamina on one hit.
Yep.
So I backstab them once and they're out of stamina and they're just like swinging
Yeah.
away and trying to block and push, but they can't because they're out of stamina. So I just
Yeah.
keep hitting and it's over.
Yep.
Literally,
That's what I
I
like,
drain
though.
their whole stamina with one backstab. It's
That's
so
what I like,
simple.
though. We're all telling distinct, different tactics and
Yeah.
builds and shit like that.
Yeah.
I
Different
know a
play
friend
styles.
that has almost all stims, and he just relies on whatever melee weapon he gets from people because he fist fights them so fucking well with OJ on. That's it.
Yeah. That's
It's
insane.
crazy.
Yeah.
People don't need to use guns, so even with the nerf, I haven't really seen too many guns lately. It's like people just don't care.
Yeah,
Which is cool.
I got a drop. I got my first drop. I finally tried the rifle, and it's really powerful. But the ammo,
It's like one,
You
right?
get one or two
you get
shots.
4. I think it came with 4 shots.
You get 4 out of an airdrop. I remember watching
Yeah.
the streamer tournament before they early released it or whatever. Lyric got one in a blue bin, and it literally had one
One.
fucking
Yeah, I saw
bullet.
that, yeah.
That's
That
how
was
it was
hilarious.
For the SMGs, if you found it, it'd come with 6 shots.
Yeah.
Limits.
I remember I got a
And they took
Magnum
out
out
the
of a blue
staggering
bin
too,
once.
which was huge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
So glad they
getting
took
rid
it
of the
out.
staggering was such a good
From
idea.
guns and the chainsaw, because that chainsaw was unescapable with
The
that shit.
chainsaw still seems a little overpowered because you can't block it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it makes
that's-
sense.
Yeah, but
I
when
guess
you're
you just
like
kinda
up
have
close
to
and
range
personal with
someone
a
down.
chainsaw, you
Yeah, if somebody comes up behind
lose.
you, then you're
Yeah.
literally fucked. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
you could try to hit them and stagger them and just run.
I feel like
but-
they should do something with the chainsaw similar to how they do the guns, where you get meleeed when you have the chainsaw, you drop it.
Right. Or make
Yeah.
it like really expensive or something like that.
or
Isn't
limit
it like
how long you can just hold
75
down
or
the
yeah,
fucking
something?
It's not
thing
even
down.
100.
It's
Cheap.
fucking ridiculously
And you
cheap.
can just hold it down infinitely and use
Yep.
infinite
There
chainsaw.
should be like a
Yeah.
gas mechanic or something. I
No,
thought that was
apparently-
in, but
Apparently, when you chainsaw, like you turn it on, but then when you attack with it, you lose stamina pretty quickly. But
right.
like you can still run around with it on, and then just wait
Yeah.
for your
Yeah,
stamina.
it-
And if you have a stim with extra stamina, you're just invincible.
Well,
Yeah.
aka infinite stamina if you're not jumping.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I jump all the time, and I keep telling myself to stop fucking jumping, but I can't help it. I'm so
I
used to
also
just.
do that.
I'm just so used to sprint, jump, sprint, jump.
I remember when people used to yell at you when you did Rust.
Oh, and Rust because
And
it
you-
slowed me down
yeah.
by like half a second every step or something.
That was like
Really
when you
pisses me off
first
for
started.
doing this.
That's when I
You're
first
like, I
started.
really
Rust,
should
yeah.
stop jumping in video games. You still do it.
Still do it. It's just something about the space bar. It's so appealing. It's so big and fun to push.
It's a different animation. They get
Yeah.
boring after a while.
Yeah, eventually
Everyone
just.
just run everywhere.
That's one thing that I wish they would also add. Is like they have the whole fist idea. They should do a fist class. They should have like more fist items, like fucking Wolverine claws that you like gloves with giant blades on them or something.
That'd be cool. I'm sure they'll
Yeah.
have more stuff, different maps.
Because,
what I would really like
yeah.
to see is a procedurally generated map. That'd be fucking cool.
Oof,
Yeah.
that might be hard.
Tough, but
It might
cool.
not
It'd be
be
really hard. It'd be
balanced.
really hard to balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that I've heard rumblings of 4-mans.
4-man's
bigger
32 players bigger map. Yes.
Nice.
I've
Please.
heard about
I
that.
need it.
I've heard
Because
about
2
that
players
a
is
little
fun,
bit.
but like,
a
generally
lot of us
we
have
like,
more friends than that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get stuck with that one person for a while, and then if everyone else is like in a group already, you're just kind of
I
waiting.
can't
around
imagine a
until someone drops.
4-player group dynamic, like 3 groups of 4 just fucking running into the middle, like just Braveheart style, and just how crazy and mosh pitty that would get.
That's
Somebody
why I
throws
love-
a
Especially the
dynamite in the
melee, yeah,
crowd, and
oh.
like everybody dies.
Yep.
I can't imagine that. That's
I think there's
crazy.
gonna be a lot of dynamite classes in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
dynamite's 125. You get 3 of them, so
Yep. I've been running
Really?
Tomahawk
Yeah.
right now and
Yeah.
Ninja.
I'm pretty much
I like
using
getting
this.
3
I'm
Tom-
pretty much using the sledgehammer ninja now. I like
Yeah.
the ninja one, especially with the smoke bombs and everything. It's always it
Ninja's
just
cool.
Yeah,
makes you.
smoke bombs are awesome. I didn't know they put on a bleed too.
Yeah, they pretty much fuck shit up if you hit it perfectly. But the
Yeah.
whole blinding thing is usually kind of overrated because they just turn around and run the other way, or they just block and sit there.
Yeah, it's only
Also,
blind
you're
for
not
a
like
second, really.
completely blind. You're really blind for like 3
Yeah.
seconds, and then it's just muddled.
And then it's kind of like
Yeah.
fading away. I like what they did to the blow darts. Thank God.
Me too.
Oh God.
People don't
You
usually get that anymore.
You get 3 shots, and the only way to regain shots into it is you have to go up to one of those poison gas things.
Yep.
And you can't get it off of rocks, and you start with 3 of them, and it's
Yeah, because it used to be rocks, which was
they changed the way moving and shooting and like with blow darts, arrows, and guns worked. I could tell.
Yep.
You kind of have to stop moving to aim now. You can't just jump around like a Neanderthal and just fucking
yeah, you
spin
can't click it
arrow
either.
people.
You have to hold it down for
Yeah.
at least a second.
And it doesn't. Apparently, the still thing that they need to fix the alarm gun. I hate when I get hit by one of those, and it's 2 fucking minutes.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind a
Dude,
minute.
It lasts on dead bodies too. When someone dies,
Yeah.
it's still fucking there.
They need to make it
You
not
could,
2
I mean,
minutes.
You could use that as a fucking like ploy to get people to come to someone.
Sure, you could use it as a debate.
I guess so, but it's 2
If
minutes
it's-
is too long.
It's really
It
long.
literally takes me out of the fight for 2 minutes. I just run around and just don't gather. I don't do anything. I don't
Yep.
craft because everybody hears that across the whole map.
and it's yeah.
And the
It's
and
too
then
common
you can
still.
spawn with the alarm gun, and there's also a perk that allows it so the alarm gun causes bleed and makes you move slow for like a short period. of time.
Holy shit!
So like my brother was spawning with an alarm gun, shooting a guy, then he was bleeding, and he had like the bludgeon effect that made him slower for like half
Yeah.
a second or something. So if we need to catch up to something, it's just alarm gun. Now he's radio is going haywire. He's bleeding. He can't move, and we're backstabbing him. And it's just like, God damn it!
I mean,
Like it's over.
nice.
It's pretty overpowered.
It's nice that they have all these options. They obviously have to balance stuff, but
It's
there's
great.
so many different playstyles in this game, which is great.
That's like another thing. It's like I could play the avoidance route and be the stealthy guy that comes in at the end and kills 3 people with a katana. Or I can just be like, I'm just going to sell everything, get a fucking magnum, run into the center and start headshotting everybody. Or I can go call in my dynamite, or I can handcraft these sticks of explosives and throw them into crowds, and I could do whatever the fuck I want, really.
What I've started to notice is I played a couple solo games the other day, and like within there's like 14 minutes remaining, there'll be 3 people left.
With single games, yeah.
I've
seen that a lot.
Which is insane. I did not expect it. I'm used to, going into the, phase 2 is about to start, and there's still
2 or 3 teams left, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like people play a little bit more
passive
passive with teaming.
Oh, yeah. I look up, and I'm like, there's 14 minutes left, and there's 3 other people. Like, what the fuck?
You just have to sit in the center and wait.
A lot of people don't block either. They don't block or they don't push. They just attack.
People don't do the tutorial. You got to understand right now, too, when we were playing before, this was all streamers and YouTubers that are pretty good, and they play a lot of hours of games.
Yeah.
So when it came to like the whole new crowd, they didn't really know all the mechanics right away. As the weeks go on, eventually everybody's going to be this pro.
Like, people forget, just run up to a health station, start healing, and then just block and wait for someone to keep fucking up. Like, if someone doesn't know how to shove, all right, that person's dead.
Yeah, 100%.
GG.
And
everyone's got their stream titles now and 168 wins. It's like, who cares? Like,
nobody cares.
Cool. And then
I lost count of my wins.
Using guns all the time. Like, that's all they use.
I lost count of my wins pretty much.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Like, you win a lot.
It was so easy to win in the alpha. It wasn't even funny.
I didn't even play that much in the alpha. I played like 1 day.
I played 10 hours of the alpha, and it was just, let me get 100 funk and call in my magnum and then go shoot people. That's all it was every single time. Because
I finally tried the magnum.
If I didn't do that, somebody else in the game would have done it, and I would have died and lost. So it was just like, I just have to do it if I want to win. And if I want to have entertaining videos, then I gotta win, because nobody wants to see you lose and get 1 kill. Like, that's not entertaining.
See, that's the cool thing with streaming. No one cares if I win.
That's a big part. Right now, pretty much, if I'm doing a recording session of the Culling, I'm streaming it at the same time.
Yep.
Because the losses are still, at least I'm being relatively fucking, I don't even know,
some great
productive.
Can come out of that. I was playing twos with Official Dice Draw. I don't know if you know him. Yeah, hilarious dude. We got trapped in fucking bathroom area, and we just had he has a whole highlight of like 3 minutes of stall fighting. Like, we killed 2 people in a stall because he cornered some kid in there, and I was watching the door while he was like swirling him and killing him. And then 2 other people come in, and we back into the stall, and Dice dies, and then I'm like closing the door constantly, and one of them's coming in and out, and I'm pushing him out and shit like that. Hilarious shit. We lost, but hilarious shit like that can still come from a loss.
Yeah. I accidentally dual queued and was playing with this
got a random person. Oh god.
Oh no, you tried that?
I can imagine that.
I was like, well, this is actually, I was posted it today. I was like, this isn't gonna go well. He fucking like suicided for me to try to kill like 2-3 people.
Oh shit, that's
funny.
Awesome, dude.
I remember I did a doubles, and my brother died early, and I went on to win the doubles with 7 kills. Like, it was just
I got
nutty.
6 kills that game, but I lost because I had 1 HP, and I was like, well, I can't heal, so. But
it's
it was
hard
so
to heal.
much
That's a
fun
good
to
part
just,
too. I like that.
It's really fun when you're fighting against like groups of 2 as a solo, and you can kill them both. And
yeah,
like,
dude. I think I've
always
had at
great.
least 2 or 3 1v2s where I've won, and it's pretty ridiculous. But I think that was also back when the blow dart gun was like
overpowered.
The game changer, and I think
I can get 21 blow darts and just just make them puke like crazy.
They reduced the screen effect on it in the patch when they released it, and the duration.
You throw up only like twice now versus 3 times.
You get
so overpowered to get.
Yeah. As bad as guns, I'd say.
Yeah.
But they fixed it, and they fixed both of them, which is, I'm really hoping that this company continues that track record of like quick shit, good polished products, all the perks are there.
Supposedly they're already working on a new map, and they're already working on the team game modes and everything, so.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
New weapons.
They know that
there's already a new weapon in the game. Did you know that?
Update. They what?
There's already a new weapon in the game. They have the military machete in there.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It's like hooked or something.
Yeah, it's like a
so
hooked.
fucking sick.
My brother got it, and I was like, wait, what is that? I've never seen that. And he's like, oh, it's a military machete. I was like, that's new. I haven't seen that. So that's pretty dope.
They have to pull an arc and update basically weekly.
If they don't add something new weekly, then the game will die off very quickly.
Yep. Especially because the division's coming out and fucking.
But I'm definitely going to use that as a game to put in the middle of
Oh, for
only
sure.
playing the division. Because if
Yeah.
I only play the division, I'm going to get sick of it. Just
Yeah.
like
I've still never tried the
a bunch of
division.
other shit.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
It's fun with friends.
happens.
Definitely play with friends. 'cause
I
if you
need,
don't,
I
then-
need to find a group to play with for sure. Or I'm gonna get real sick of it real quick.
Ugh.
The PvP is definitely the most worth in there. That and all the different weapons and the mods for them and all that shit like that.
Yeah, that's like what I was watching Dan's Gaming, and he was like, I will play the division, but like I'll play the solo because I'm not really a multiplayer person.
Yeah.
I was like, you're not gonna have any fun, buddy.
Yeah,
None at all, because I
don't
played
imagine
the
they
single
care
player
about that
shit
that
and I
much.
just got bored as fuck.
Yeah.
I think all of it has to come down to the PvP and stealing other people's gear and like running off with it and giggling and
Being goofy
you know,
with the emotes and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the manhunts and all that.
yeah. That was
Yeah,
it.
I'm excited for Division though. I just don't know.
I'm
what else
relatively
more I could
excited
say
for it. I
about
mean, it comes out in 2 days, literally 2
Yeah.
days. So, and then 2 days after that is 10 Cloverfield Lane. You know, so
Yep.
Yeah.
looking forward to that. Definitely,
yeah.
they released a new trailer, and it
Yeah, I haven't seen
it
it.
explains like who the people inside the bunker are, and you
Okay.
kind of thought initially that that girl and that kid were that guy's daughter. It's
Oh, not
not.
at all. I didn't think that.
I
at all.
She-
didn't.
Oh, I did. And
Yep.
she
Just
was
the other way
apparently
They interacted from the
apparently-
first trailer.
Yeah, apparently she was saved from the outside
Right.
environment because she woke up from something or other. So it explains it
The
a
whole
little
holding
bit
the
more.
Cell phone up thing and the
Yeah, it was literally
that
like a
made it seem like she was
28-second trailer, and it showed. I think at one point it showed like water splashing behind a skyscraper or something, and I was like, "Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh, we don't know what that is."
Fucking 4 days.
I
I'm,
like that
I'm gonna
there's a
try to go
review
see it
embargo.
opening night.
I'm seeing it
There's
opening
no
night,
reviews yet, so I'm glad on
I'm
that because I don't want to
seeing it-
spoil that shit.
but that's the way Cloverfield worked too. They didn't
Yeah.
let press in early. They don't want
Nope.
people to review it. They put everybody in at the same day and have everybody be surprised.
Yep.
even
And
if
it's so
everybody-
low budget, I'm sure.
Literally everybody in the house, if they don't want to go, I'm going alone. Like I don't even.
Hell yeah,
I don't
dude.
even care at all.
We should all fly out. I'm just kidding.
Well, that is actually one of the Patreon goals. If we get enough money per month, we'll fly everybody on location once per month for a podcast. So, I mean, go ahead. I don't know how much I put that at. It was probably like 10,000. So
It was like 5,000.
good
a
luck.
month.
Yeah, good luck. And that would be like all the Patreon money would literally go to getting them out here.
Yes.
Or wherever we could fly to Ritz one time. We could fly to Daft's one time. You know, it'd be
Yep.
pretty fucking cool. But that's another Patreon
Sit on a
thing.
couch and
So.
do shit.
But I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to 10 Cloverfield Lane. We'll probably it comes out on the 10th, right?
Yeah, technically the Thursday. I'm definitely gonna try
The
to see it at
10th.
midnight before anyone
Yeah,
spoils that shit on Twitter or whatever. the
And
hell.
then
Oh,
in
yeah.
3 days we'll have a podcast, and the whole fucking podcast is gonna be about that movie. I guarantee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm looking forward to it. So
It'll be
fucking
that
So you got
movie
a
and the
week to watch
Division.
it. Well, actually, I guess like 2 or 3 days to watch it. This is your advanced warning.
Yeah, that whole
We will spoil the shit out
podcast
of
is
it.
gonna be spoilers. Yeah,
We'll
for
do
sure.
spoiler talk.
For sure. We skipped a few things.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah,
Did the
available for
Culling,
purchase.
Yeah, No Man's Sky. It's available for purchase on Steam now. How much is it?
60, I think.
It's
$60.
60. I haven't done anything with it yet. I think I did something on their website once, but I don't think there was anything. I always mix up No Man's Sky and Star Citizen. I don't know why.
Yeah, yeah.
I always
Yeah, it's
Um,
60. Coming out June 21st, official
Yes.
date.
Yep.
3 months, 2 weeks.
I will be at
18
my cousin's
hours.
wedding, but I will play it as soon as I'm back.
I will be pretty close to moving back home,
Yep.
but I will be still here, so I'm
Yeah,
happy.
yeah.
Looking forward to that.
They
Um,
they talked a little bit more about how the game's gonna work, which
They
is,
said it's going to be very hard to play with friends.
I'm okay with that.
It's not
I
even
want it.
listed as anything but single player
No.
on Steam.
Yeah.
But you are playing an MMO technically.
Yep.
You can come across people, but the infinite galaxy that is literally made as more people spawn into the world.
Yeah.
You could be literal like 5 real life years from your friend. Like you can
Yeah.
build a ship and fly straight for 5 years if you know where his
and
galaxy
have them
is.
also fly straight for 5 years.
Yeah. Like
Like
insane. But then there's
because they
going to
basically
be
said you
those
start at the outside of the
Yeah.
universe or whatever, and you have to go into the middle,
yeah,
and that's how
into meet in another universe in the middle. Yeah.
basically. I'm
But
so
if you
excited.
do find someone in game, fucking stick with them.
yeah,
how
because
that-
you will
I don't think
have
there's gonna be
some-
in-game voice. Or
Yeah,
anything,
I
'cause
don't think
otherwise,
there
how
will be.
else
I
just
don't
run into someone till they follow you.
I think it's just if you find someone, don't give that person up because you will have some golden fucking streams and YouTube videos from that shit.
Just stalk the dude.
Yeah,
forever.
just stalk him because it's just like this is the first human interaction I've ever had. I'm gonna stalk him and find out what he does. So
I
I
think the most
really-
appealing thing to me, besides the way that it's graphically made, is the whole land to atmosphere to space to atmosphere to land again, just seamlessly, no loading.
yeah, the
instant.
different trees, the different colors, the different not dinosaurs but like
Yeah.
creatures. I guess you
And
could
then
call they're
and
pretty
then you
much
can actually
dinosaurs. But
fight in your spaceship, because I remember
Yeah.
when they're first talking about it, they were like, "Don't expect too much combat."
Yeah,
But
there's,
then
like,
in their
mar-
video they show a giant like armada.
yeah, there's
battle.
like marauders and shit trying to rob your ship all the time, and yeah, in between galaxies. It's gonna be a boringly fun game, if that's the best way to put
It's a
it.
game for you, not so much for other people.
Yeah, it's an experience more than it is
Right.
Yeah.
more than it is like a crazy fun game to show
I
off
feel like
to
it'll be a
friends.
good game to like. I don't know what to play. Oh, let's put on No Man's Sky and just explore for
Yeah,
an hour
just
or
a chill
so.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be something like that.
I think people still want to see it just because of how different every place will be from someone else. It's not like you can go to Lyric and see exactly what I'm doing. Like you'll see a completely different thing.
It's a different game for everybody.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be a thing. Like when I move back up home, like with my brother, and even in here, like everybody's going to have No Man's Sky, and I'm going to be like, "Where are you?" And I'm going to go upstairs and like see, like, whoa, that fucking planet looks awesome. I'm going to look for a planet similar to that one.
anyone else is.
Yeah, there's no map. Well, you make your own map apparently, and
Really?
yeah, you can make your own. Like my brother was talking about this. I don't know if it's in-game currency or real life currency, but there's people.
Upload it.
You can make a map of your galaxy and like you draw it yourself, and you can apparently upload it to the Steam community page and name the galaxy that you're exploring. And then eventually you might be able to like cross-reference and find someone that has a similar
There-
drawing to your galaxy and meet up. Like that's how you meet up technically.
They were, from what I was seeing in like interviews and stuff, basically the way they explained it was like once you have the map stuff, you can like put it up, and then like a bigger kind of map will kind of get pieced together as more people upload stuff. So,
Yeah.
because it's like you're exploring an unknown galaxy. That's what everyone's doing.
So
All
it's
the
like a giant
outskirts.
puzzle.
Yeah, basically.
It's kind of cool
I think that's
if it
gonna
can
be really-
ever get anywhere.
You can never finish the puzzle, but eventually I
Yeah,
bet
yeah.
there's going to be like the common planet where people meet up or something, and nobody really
You're
goes
gonna
too
get to the
far.
center.
out.
Cool.
and then you're gonna warp to another place probably. I
Yeah,
would assume. You get
Yeah.
to the center, and then it's like, all right, cool, you can go explore more or something. But that's gonna be like, they say it's gonna take forever to
yeah,
get to the center.
years, literally years before anybody has the puzzle pieced together.
Yep.
Which is fucking ridiculous. There'll be somebody that goes into the INI and hard codes how the generation works, and then they'll find out how to do something. There'll be mods where you can spawn next to your friend on a sleeping bag. There will be.
Yeah.
There will be.
Has to be.
They're gonna have to be
There's gonna
eventually.
be so much outcry for it that they're gonna be
Yeah.
pressured into
Yeah.
doing it. Basically.
I want to play with my friend. It's not fun without him.
They've basically been like, if you want to go play with your friends, go play Destiny.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much.
So.
It's not
Or
a
The
game. It's
Division.
not a multiplayer game, but it is
Yeah.
a multiplayer game. So
Well,
it's
for
kinda crazy.
space stuff.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Especially just I've always loved adventure games, like going into the new area and just being like, whoa, what is
Yeah.
all this and everything different.
all this? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Plus, I'm sure there's a bunch of shit they're not telling us.
I guarantee
I've
there's-
barely heard anything.
There's gonna
about
be a
this game
Pokédex or
in a
something
long
where you
time.
can like discover every creature or
Well,
something.
you name
There
things.
is, yeah. No, I saw in one of the things like that giant brontosaurus looking thing. He looked up at it and it said on the screen, "New species."
That's the picture I
so-and-so
have on the
this
screen right
planet.
now. Is that brontosaurus
Yeah?
thing? Yeah.
Dude, that thing is. There
They
was so
did it
many
on
of them. There was,
Conan, I
like, things running
think.
around too.
It was Conan or one of the guys, and they basically like used a photo and was like, not like modding it, but it was basically like, this is the Conanosaurus or something. I don't know if it was Conan, but that's who was sticking with it.
What would be awesome is if you were the first one to discover it and somebody else goes to that planet and it's like, oh, that's a Conanosaurus.
Yeah,
That would be fucking awesome. Or if it's like I watch my favorite YouTuber playing No Man's Sky and I go to this random planet and I find the Royalite raptor and I'm just like,
Oh,
tweet the fuck out of Royal on that one. Be like, I found your raptor. I was like, oh my god. And then I go back and find that guy and play with him all the time or something. I don't fucking know. That would be really
like
dope.
8 months after you were at that place, and you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
I know. I'd be like, I had to retrace my steps 8 months ago and find my way back to the Royalite Raptors territory.
Yeah.
It's like fucking ridiculous, but it's just like it's so unfathomable in gaming right now that there's going to be something like that within the next 3 months that I'm really looking forward to it. So
I really hope it doesn't disappoint.
Me too.
Yeah, if it
I have
does.
a good feeling though. It's been in development for a long time.
Yeah.
Which doesn't always
Fucking
mean the best
Elon Musk
thing,
went to
but-
check it out. So like,
Yeah.
you know,
If Elon Musk is giving it attention, it must be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Everything he touches is awesome. But yeah,
Oh, Steven Spielberg also checked it out apparently.
Steven Spielberg as well. So on to stuff that people really don't care too much about, but I guess they do. Homefront Revolution. I played it personally at
Then I don't care.
PAX Prime, I guess. And
Yeah.
it was, I don't know if it was the TV I was using, but the response time was awful.
That's what
It
I've heard from the
didn't-
beta when it was out months later.
Didn't seem like it was built for PC at all.
Yeah.
It seems like it's going
Oh,
to
it
be
wasn't.
another console game that kind of is trying to
Ported.
battle with DICE, but
Yeah.
they're not
It
going to really
sucks,
do
man.
well.
It's such a good potential for a story.
Well, yeah, it's
Like, even
supposed
the
to.
first one.
It's supposed to be like gain the revolutionary power and recruit people, and it's got survival
awesome.
elements in there where you have to eat and drink and sleep and poop and whatever. That's what E3
Pooping.
showed at least. So, but
What you need to
E3
understand is
always
it's-
does that kind of stuff.
The first game developed by this company,
Yeah, but Homefront
Oh,
was
okay.
originally
developers. First game.
a Battlefield-esque multiplayer
Yes.
32 16 versus 16 with tanks and cars and shooting each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
Very literally Battlefield. It was literally just a Battlefield clone.
And this is the first open world first person shooter.
Yeah. So that's what they plan to do, and we'll see how it goes. They bought the Homefront IP, which probably just gave them the engine in which Homefront ran on.
Wonder how much that costs.
The engine's CryEngine.
It's CryEngine, so they probably bought the assets for CryEngine that Homefront had
Yeah.
previously and just retextured stuff.
Yeah, publisher Deep Silver, developers Dambuster
Damn
Studios,
Buster.
who apparently the predecessor before they were that was called Free Radical Design. They
Oh,
made
Mercenaries, right? Was that the people who made Mercenaries?
I hope not,
Oh.
because there isn't Mercenaries, whatever the
don't
new
think so.
Mercenaries. Almost, it's not. I don't
they
think it's
made
the same
Time
company, but-
Splitters.
Nope, I don't ring a bell.
It's a don't worry about it.
I remember that. Wasn't that the
they
dude with,
also
like, the
made
mask?
their they helped do Haze, which was
That's
like,
what I'm thinking of. Haze.
Nope.
that was the it
The
was
cover was
it's
the mask. And it
yeah
had,
the,
like, a broken
the cover
eye.
was the mask with like it was a yellow mask with like an eye that you could see through it. It
Yeah.
was a PS3 game.
No, I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing gameplay of it and people actually liking it, but
Yeah.
I don't have high hopes really. I'm probably gonna
No.
play it, but like probably be sadly disappointed and turn it off after like an hour.
Yeah.
That's generally how it
Yeah.
works. So my favorite topic ever, Stardew Valley.
Not worth the hype.
Fucking love this game.
Disagree.
10 out of 10. Easily 10 out of 10.
I
I
would give it a
spent
6 out of 10.
$15 on it, and I've played 15 hours in 4 days. So
I see the appeal, but it's definitely a specific game.
To me,
it's fucking
it's-
awesome.
it's literally fucking what the fuck is that game?
Harvest Moon,
Harvest Moon.
Animal Crossing, Terraria, kind of mix it a little bit. Area.
Yeah. And it would be great as an iPhone game or like a mobile game, you know, something that you do in the background because it's
I don't
infinite.
know about
there's no
that.
there's no story, there's no point.
There is story. There's story. Your grandfather died and gave you your farm, and now you're trying to build up his farm and carry on his legacy. And you can marry someone who will help you on the farm,
It literally sounds like an infinite fucking
and it's
iPhone game.
fucking awesome. Because I can
played
just
for 6
I can
hours.
just turn it on and I can just like manage my farm and build my new barn and pet
The
my
entire
cows
house,
and
upgrade
then
this.
log
Sounds
off.
Sounds
Like
you're
it's so
describing Farmville.
it's
You're
so
literally describing
fucking
Farmville.
easy. Yeah, but Farmville was like a clicker hero game. It was fucking stupid.
What are you doing in this? Clicking?
Yeah, this game you click too. Yeah, whatever.
No. Sorry, Daft. You don't click. You plant something, you water it every single day.
You don't have to
And
water it
then,
every
like,
day if you
15
spend
days
enough
later,
time.
it
I have
gives you a
sprinklers that water it for me because I've used enough time to get sprinklers.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason why I like this
Trying
game.
to do now.
I think the reason
What's
why
your
I
Xbox?
personally like this game is I used to play a fuck ton of Harvest Moon when I was younger.
I
so.
fucking hated Harvest Moon.
Yeah,
Never
see,
a
that's
fan,
why
so.
you're so salty about this game. But you need to give it like another. I'm
I
telling
played
you,
6 hours.
by
and I
the
upgraded
by
my
the
backpack and
give it
upgraded my
another
pickaxe.
6 and you'll love it.
No,
I think 6 is
I don't want to
enough.
waste
That's
time
like,
on a game.
Yeah, that's like people who watch TV shows and like, no,
fucking
you gotta
love it.
watch the entire first season.
I think
Like,
that's what this
It's like
game
people
is
with
though.
Walking Dead. You need
It's-
to get to season 4.
It's
It's
love.
like-
It's
I don't
I don't want to
literally.
sit through 2 and 3.
It's
not
love
a
or
bad
hate.
argument.
This game is not no middleman of like, oh, it's all right. It's
Yeah.
love it or hate it.
Yeah.
I like it
Definitely
mainly
specific.
because I'm always playing like these top, like, I need to win and shoot people games, and then I'm just like, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna go
It's kind of chill.
pick my corn. Like, I don't need to
fucking-
like worry about
I'd
thinking.
rather go play like Fire Emblem or Danganronpa or something.
Yeah, see, I don't know what either of those games are,
Yeah,
and I
they're-
probably wouldn't like them because we have two very
Fire
different
Emblem
game
is a
sets.
strategy game where
No,
if
not
your
strategy
character
game. Fuck
dies,
that.
everyone your
Fuck
character
strategy
dies, they're
games.
out of the game.
Fuck strategy.
My
It's
chill
like a-
game is Rocket League, and it's still
Fuck.
not very chill.
I
Yeah,
hate
that's
Rocket
not a very
League.
chill
So
game.
bad at that game.
I'm pretty decent
Well, it
at
is
it.
for me. I have like almost 400 hours in it, so
Wow. Okay.
yeah. I like
you can
games where you can play so much that eventually you will learn like
New stuff.
completely different things, like flying and twist hitting and all this other shit. Like it's just fun to me to get better at stuff like that, where it's not so try hard as like CS:GO, because I suck
I
at that.
fucking
and
love
I would never
CS:GO.
get better at that. So
I fucking love CS:GO.
Roll has like 1,000 hours in that game now.
I used to play that shit
Over
in
1,000 now,
Internet
yep.
Cafe, man. I'm just
You're gonna pass my Gmod hours in CS:GO.
I play so much fucking CS:GO. I play 3 to 4 hours every single night.
Yep.
Till 2 a.m. ish. Last night I
CS:GO
didn't.
is one of the only games that I've ever seen nobody complain about graphics.
What?
I
CS:GO.
mean, it's not really a graphically pleasing
They
game, but
up-
it's,
No,
update
it's a good
stuff.
thing. I'm glad people don't complain about it. Like
Yeah.
I'm glad people still play it and do it. It's just it's a weird like how people just completely
It's
ignore
got its
how
own-
graphically.
it's not terrible, but it's not like epic.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. but
It's what
not
it needs
great,
to be
yeah.
because it's based
Yeah.
on you need performance versus something looking
Yep.
nice. Because if
Well, and
you,
most people don't they have like the stretch screen and shit to make heads bigger.
I have that. I play
Yeah, so it's like it
1920
doesn't
by
matter what the fuck
1440
graphics.
to make it so my screen's a little bit. But I have a 2K screen, so I'm playing over 1080p, which still looks nice, but it's also stretched. So
I've heard that
Right.
like most of the pros play at 720 and stretch.
7.
Yeah, they
yeah.
stretch it and they do some. I don't even.
A lot of,
some weird
Whatever
10,
they do is it
thing.
makes it so everyone's heads are bigger.
Yeah,
so they
a
can
lot of
go-
people
Yeah, it
do.
stretches it
A lot of
out.
people do 1024 by 768 with black bars because that's
Yeah.
what they used to play
Yeah.
on their old tube televisions and shit. So, but speaking of CS:GO, there was a
Triple
tournament over the
boost.
weekend
Yep.
where Navi showed off the triple boost on Overpass, which was fucking awesome. Just Google it, look up the videos. It's hilariously funny.
That's pretty cool.
And this recent Katowice tournament, Fnatic won for the 6th time in a row. Not Katowice, but like the last 6 tournaments they have won. And after
Okay.
this tournament, the next one is hosted by MLG, which is
Yeah.
a $1 million prize pool. And every single tournament from now on after that MLG tournament is also a $1 million prize pool. Every single one for CS:GO. That's how
Interesting.
fucking massively growing CS:GO is right now.
It's crazy.
$1 million fucking dollars per tournament. Obviously not per winner or whatever. I think the winning pool is usually around 400,000.
That's still a lot of
A
money.
player wins, they get 100K, and these tournaments are every 2 to 3 months. So it's like you win every tournament. It's gonna bring in like a lot of new players, a lot of new teams. There already is a lot of new teams and new players randomly coming out of nowhere.
So you're saying is you're playing so
No.
much you can go. No.
No. If I dumped as many hours into playing CS:GO as I do other games, easily, I bet me and my friends that I play with could be contenders in like open brackets, which is
Yeah.
like anybody can join. We could probably like maybe make top 8 in an open bracket, but the invite, like all the other people above that are just like these absolute legends, and they're all like 14 years old with like enhanced
The
eye
greatest
movement.
reflex
Yeah, I
ever.
don't fucking know how they do it.
They're actually all androids.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it really.
That's gonna be the next generation of cheating. They're gonna have like chips in them that make them
Yep.
better, like steroids and shit.
Yeah, and that's undetectable.
Yep.
You have to get tested before a tournament for like Adderall and shit, which they're actually doing in Call of Duty now. They test for Adderall. So
Really?
that's- yeah,
mean, yeah.
they're starting to do it because of the Adderall is such a huge problem, especially after a FaZe member, like who is a YouTuber,
Ball
like
phase.
FaZe Banks or something. He had to be hospitalized for overusage of Adderall, and
Jesus.
yeah,
What a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Why would you?
I don't
it's
know
a
how you got that crazy. with
clinical
it.
pill. Why would you overuse that?
I don't know.
Because it makes you good at games.
That was common knowledge not to do that.
Yeah. You know.
I don't know. Call of Duty people are a little bit crazy, to say the least.
Yes.
Moves us on to Kingdom Come Deliverance. I played it today. Is anybody
out?
gonna pick it up? The beta is out, which is
I
just
still don't know what it is.
which is just
It
an
looks like Reign of
extended-
Kings.
it's not multiplayer. It's single player open world RPG, medieval times. So it's very focused on like realistic blade to blade combat and like the olden days of kings and queens, and it's just kind of cool. It mainly focuses on like heavy graphical stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I'm running it on high with a 980 Ti and I'm getting 30, 40 FPS all the time. So it's not terribly bad.
I'm more of a magic user in my RPGs, personally.
I don't know if there's magic. I think it's more realism.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's really my thing.
It's pretty I think it's going to be mostly story driven. Most people are going to play it for the story, I would say.
Wait, so how do you get into the beta? Did you have to?
I think I kickstarted, and that's how I personally got into it. I played the alpha way back when. But I think if you go to their website now, you can pre-order it, and then they'll give you a Steam key to download the beta. And then also the beta just updates into the full game whenever the full game does release, which they're supposed to release in, I believe, Q2 or 3 of this year. So
Like August-y, probably.
yeah, and summer, end of summer. Right now they're just kind of like optimizing, and I bet they probably have the whole story written. But I think like the littlest things they need more voice actors and stuff, so they're hiring. They got a lot of money on Kickstarter, so they're going to town.
In Czech Republic, what is now known as Czech Republic in 1403.
Yeah. So the main story is pretty much this person got assassinated.
Oh yeah.
You're a
Ferdinand?
you're a blacksmith that got recruited to find out who assassinated him, and all the people that you are going, like all your leads are dying as you get to them, and I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's very, like I said, focused on graphical stuff. So like you're riding through the forest and the birds are chirping, and you see like off in the distance a hunting cabin. You're like, I'm just gonna go talk to this guy, and there's like full dialogue for that guy. So
Is there a lot to do in the beta, or is it pretty limited?
I've played the first 25 minutes or so, and I just literally rode around on my horse for 25 minutes. I didn't do anything, so I couldn't really tell you how long the story goes in. It's probably an hour or two, but I mean,
every non-playable character has a daily routine.
Yeah,
the routine can be affected by your character.
Yeah. So, like, I think today I saw this lady that was like the water. I just called her the water pail lady because she just walked back and forth from her house and like a river to pail water for like cooking. And she was there the next day, and I was like, okay. And I bet you
There's
could
a need system. Oh wow.
A what
It's
system?
got a lot of shit in the game.
Oh, there's a huge inventory system, huge crafting system, a whole.
Yeah.
It's a very expansive game. I don't think I'm giving it the best justice by saying it's just a graphical game. That's just what the beta is, I would say, is like showing off what they have, but it's not practical yet, I guess. I guess that, yeah, like I said, they're supposed to release at least more of it this year. So the beta is really hard to follow. It jumps you in like 50% into the game, so you're just kind of like running around and talking to people.
Yeah.
So
that's good though that it's not like here's the game.
I wouldn't mind if they were like,
here you
here's the
go.
first hour, because then you kind of get more of it. But meh,
I mean,
whatever.
it's not really a first hour if it's more open ended, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to be like, yo.
I imagine that'd be pretty linear.
Yeah, the game's probably going to be linear, but at the same time, it's going to be I bet it's going to be very Fallout-esque, where it's just like you can go off into the woods, find a different house, and they'll give you a different quest. And then you end up somewhere else that's going to give you a new quest, and then you're going to earn like armors and swords and random amounts of food and crafting recipes for like cooking different stews that give you these different buffs.
Man,
and
I
then
still
like
haven't finished-
there's these arena fights to make an amount of money, and you can upgrade your horse and give them a new stable. You can apparently build your own house, and
nice.
you can marry your own people, and you can have children, and they have this whole expansive thing that they want to do. So I don't know how
Sounds awesome.
I don't know how crazy they're getting with it, or if like they're gonna wait till all of it's done, or they're gonna introduce stuff later on DLC. But I don't know.
You said it comes out when?
Apparently, more of it is supposed to come out this year, but I don't know if it's going to be finished this year. I doubt it. It's one of those very ambitious games, kind of like Star Citizen, where it's like they're promising a lot, but you don't know if when it's going to come. I backed the Kickstarter, I'd say a year and 8 months ago.
Okay, because they say release date is Q2, Q3 this year.
Of this year.
January 2014 was when their Kickstarter was.
Yeah. So
2 years ago.
Q2. Wow. So they're a lot farther along than I believe. So
yeah.
It seemed like on their forums they were just saying really what's left is voice acting.
Yeah.
A lot of the characters don't have voice actors for them, which is not a huge deal, but
Well, I hope that's good.
I hope so too.
It's not shitty voice acting.
No, the voice acting's pretty good,
Oh.
but like the voice matching with the words right now is really bad because it's made by, I don't remember where they're based out of. I think the Netherlands. So their main language is obviously not English, and I think the game is built in their language and then it's transferred to English. So the lips are like kind of like how like an anime would be. The lips don't match the words at all, but the subtitles are always there, and subtitles are automatically on, and they're spot on so far. So I don't know.
Nice.
It should be pretty fucking cool. I'm looking forward to it, especially.
It better be.
It reminds me. It's just like that chilliness and like the feel of Firewatch a little bit too, where it's kind of like this mystery driven. You don't know what's happening, and there's little things off to the side that you can do, and you're just like, oh, well, I'll just run around and enjoy the scenery until something happens. That's kind of like how I felt. So it's pretty awesome. And then you wanted to talk about Cartcraft. I have no fucking clue.
Yes, all you, Dad.
I only know a little bit about it. One of my viewers told me about it. It's like, it sounds dumb, but it's like go-karts, but they're really fast go-karts. It's like if Forza made a go-kart game. It's going to be super customizable, multiplayer. People wear like helmet and full racing suit and shit like that. There's going to be player-made tracks, a bunch of different stuff.
I feel like I need to get like a wheel and pedals for a game like that.
I think it'll have support for that, and there's so many things coming out. The new Need for Speed coming out.
Oh my god, I'm gonna play that
15th or so or whatever. That has full wheel support.
Which Need for Speed is it?
It's just called Need for Speed.
It's just called
it's
Need
like
for
a
Speed.
return.
It's on
to,
PC, so that's fucking awesome.
There's a
4K,
trailer that
60
looks
FPS.
like cinematics, but it's entirely
In-game footage.
in-game shit. Yeah, it's awesome looking, and it's one of those secret releases. Like
is it
not many
Need for
people knew
Speed
about
Edge?
Nope,
it.
just
I
Need
think it's
for
just called
Speed.
Need for Speed.
Need
Yeah.
for Speed came out in 2015. Apparently.
Never know that.
It came out on 3rd of November. Yeah.
No, it'll come.
it's
It's
not out
coming
yet.
out soon here. Hold on, let me find it. If
On
I can
PS4
find it.
and Xbox One, it's already out.
Possibly.
Since November.
Oh well, that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I mean, I haven't heard any hype about
PC
it
Master
on-
Race.
otherwise, but
It's
I'm
probably.
I'm a huge fan of old school Hot Pursuit, though.
I know you can in the new Need for Speed. You can mod the shit out of your car again, because that was one of the things that I fucking missed from those.
Yeah.
They took it out. It's just like, here, you get this car. What engine do you want? And that's it. But this one
Yeah.
has a lot more to do.
I like the whole West Coast Customs thing where I can do whatever the fuck I want to my car.
Yeah, like that
I
type of
loved
shit.
fucking Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. That was my shit.
I remember
growing up,
some
man.
of the religious. That was PS2, right?
That was
Religiously
PS2.
played that. And then I remember Need for Speed Underground was one of my favorites of all time.
Hot Pursuit and Underground are probably my two
Hot
favorites.
Pursuit and Underground, not the new Hot Pursuits though. Those ones, the newest one.
That
blew.
one was good, but it just didn't. It was like the same over and over and over.
Yeah.
And everyone was cheaping online. If they were the cops, they would just put a million spike strips down. It wasn't fun.
And then if you remember, I don't know which. I think it was Xbox original. They had Burnout, which was like you just jump into crowds of cars and just fucking blow up and cause car
Dude, I
accidents.
loved Burnout.
Burnout
Even up
was
to Burnout
so
Paradise.
fucking
That was
good.
fucking so fun.
I loved Burnout. Burnout was like literally we would just sit in the basement all day and just drink Monster and just fucking play that game and try to beat everybody's like destruction records and shit.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know.
just
If,
what you
I don't
did.
even know if that company exists anymore. I don't know if
I
we're
don't
gonna get
think
any
so.
more Burnouts.
I
What
wish
was that,
we would.
Criterion or something.
I don't know.
I don't
I
fucking
know
know anymore.
a lot of people are. I feel like it wouldn't do well this day and age because it's so basic and you know what I mean.
Well,
It's
the
like,
destruction thing, I think would still appeal to people. It would just have to be. I don't know.
there's no way they could just
Very-
revamp
yeah,
that
you're
game.
right,
and-
Criterion.
Yeah. Are they shut down or?
They're the ones that made Battlefield Hardline. They made Need for Speed Rivals. They made Star Wars Battlefront.
Rivals was
They assisted
awful.
and stuff. The last
Okay.
game that they made was Need for Speed Most Wanted. Burnout crashed 2011. They're working on a new IP right now. New driving game IP with ATVs, helicopters, wingsuits announced at E3 2014.
Who cares? Pretty much. I don't know. I'm not a huge race car game person, but I don't know if I'm gonna buy this kart game. But it still looks like it's something that I would watch, like one of my favorite streamers play. And
I think it
enjoy
depends on
for a
how
little
in
bit.
depth everything is to customization and player input, and it's definitely going to be like a friends type of thing.
yeah, face your friends in it.
Yeah.
Kind of like a more extreme Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Right. Or like iRacing is kind of what I expect it to be. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Kind of like that, but maybe not as money centered.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Last thing we have is
Adrift.
Adrift. I have no idea about this either. This is also another one of
Yeah.
your
It looks so good.
selections.
Well, I just spend my days looking up the fucking new releases all day.
Yeah.
And I found this, and I was like, I think I passed it over at first because the art sucked, but it's basically if you put
Art's not that
gravity in a
bad.
video game.
It's like Subnautica style, kind of, but in space.
But in space.
Let
Yeah.
me see it again. But it looks pretty
down.
cool. It's like something explodes on the space station, and you've got to repair stuff, and it's extremely cinematic and crazy looking.
There you go. It's in the thingamajig.
Yeah.
Comes out in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
I don't know what engine it's on, but it looks
I'm down.
fantastic. There's VR support, so if people have VR, have fun exploding in space.
It's
but
505 Games is the publisher.
I've heard of
Who-
them. I don't know from what, but I've heard of
Um,
505 games from something.
They
Payday.
published a lot of games.
Payday,
Most
Portal
recently, that any of us would know. Oh, let's see.
I just see
Oh.
a bunch of Payday DLC shit.
I've seen 505 games pop up when I launched a game before for sure.
This is the
Um,
first developers game, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
310.
Sniper Elite 3 was published by them.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's a good
um,
publisher.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down.
Overkill's The Walking Dead is doing stuff with them. So
I
That
really,
comes
I
out
really
March
should be writing a lot
28th,
of
so-
the release dates down. I usually get to everything a day late because I just forget.
yeah.
So- I'm just gonna keep as Zaft's on my Steam friends list. I'll just see what he's playing because he's always on top of that shit. I'm always
Yeah.
terrible. Always terrible.
Gotta
about all
be.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
so the creator was Adam Orth, who left from Microsoft, basically. So like he left Microsoft to make this game, basically.
So similar how Dean Rocket left
Composed-
DayZ to do Eon or whatever.
It's composed by Weezer.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Composer
Okay.
is Adam Orth.
I
and
can get on
Weezer.
that then.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
That sounds-
space,
sounds
Weezer, that's
original.
cool, I guess.
Sounds
Yeah.
original.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be
yeah.
on like radios flying around or something like that. Such a weird thing I don't know.
Yeah,
That was
well,
like when
there's
Linkin
no sound
Park
in
did all the
space,
music
so
for,
I don't know.
Transformers.
Yeah. It's kind of a weird contract to enter.
Is there
Yeah.
sound in space? I feel like that was a dumb thing to say. Does
I
it
feel
feel-
like you would just hear like kind of like a muffled thud
yeah,
if
you
were
can definitely
inside,
like inside, yeah, because there's oxygen.
but
you can hear-
outside it's just nothing.
yeah,
No.
that's just
But
like
you could
obvious-
hear, you could feel the vibrations. That's about it.
That was everyone's complaining gravity. They're like, that's not real. It's
Yeah.
like exactly. It's a fucking movie.
it's supposed to be
So,
fucking
would you like it
entertaining,
to be
asshole.
silent?
Yeah,
Just awkward silence in the theater. You hear
Yeah.
people coughing and like scratching
Yeah.
their nuts and shit.
yeah, like right. Fuck.
Gotta have explosions. That's like the best thing in the world.
Mhm.
But I'm excited for that game.
It looks
I'll
good.
take a
I'm
take
looking
a
into it.
space game first
I'll look
person.
into it. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of like Space Engineers, but a little bit more
Yeah.
realistic.
Yeah, definitely bright colors. Like there's a vegetation place they have in there.
If
in the
it's
space
Subnautica
station
in
and all
space,
sort
I'll
of
love
stuff.
it. That's just how it is. Like if I can like adventure out somewhere and find some new piece of technology that drifted somewhere else has. See what I did there?
Yeah, I don't know how
Um,
linear it is, or if it's just
Yeah,
letting
I
you do what you want.
Yeah,
after
I don't know if
explosion.
it's open world or if it's story driven or whatever, but I'll probably play it.
Mhm.
We got time to find out. It comes out at the end of the month. I'm sure we'll talk about
Yeah.
it again.
Reminds me a little. Do you guys play the Souls Project or look into it at all?
No, I haven't yet.
I got a key. I haven't played it yet because I just want to get immersed and sit in there. I've seen how it looks in other people. It looks like you got to
Yeah.
put like some time in it.
Yeah, I can't put any more time into it, but it's pretty cool. It very similar to the atmosphere of what this game looks like. So
Right. Yeah. The
Um,
aesthetics of it definitely attracted me.
Oh shit! So the guy who made this game, do you guys remember when E3 2013? I want to say, is that when this was? Yeah, right around E3 2013. He was working at Microsoft, and he made about the always on part of Xbox One. He was like the starting to get the drama, but always have an always on console. Every device is now always on. That's the world we live in. And then responded to somebody. He's like, electricity goes out too. And they said, try living in these places where electricity goes out. And he said, why on earth would I live there? He's like just making fun of people and being an asshole about it. And that's why he got, I
Jeez.
guess, fired or
I
left. or
wouldn't
whatever.
doubt if he just did that because he didn't like working for Microsoft and just wanted
I mean-
to leave and wanted to find a breach of contract somewhere. Apparently, somebody that streamed on MLG, a Call of Duty YouTuber,
Yeah.
streamed porn for an hour and a half, and it breached his contract, and then he could go back to Twitch.
Oh,
mean,
shit.
yeah.
He legitimately got away with an hour and a half of porn. That's how much MLG watches their streamers.
I mean, MLG has streamers still. Like,
I
Yeah, that's what I
don't.
thought that
Nate
was over.
Shot's going over to Twitch. All of the Optic
Okay.
members are now on Twitch. every single
That's just because they're
person.
offered contracts and a bunch of, which is just like Mo did. I remember when he
Yeah.
did that. He's been on Twitch, back on Twitch for
Yeah.
the longest time.
I'm surprised that Rice Gum, he was like the controversial person that was like botting on his Twitch stream and got banned, and now he's back. I don't know how.
Can't imagine that's nice chat.
No, I
Great.
can't imagine. But he literally like had like one of the like showing his display instead of like showing his game, that kind of thing. And like he accidentally dragged over like a screen that had like bot numbers on it and how much he paid and shit. And he's like, oh my
Oh, what
god!
a smart guy.
And then he
Wow.
made a YouTube video about it. And
Why
he's
would
like,
you
oh
have
my
that up?
god! But he's like one of those like phenomenon people that just doesn't make sense. You go to his YouTube channel and he's got like 300,000 subscribers, and every single video gets 300,000 views, and you're just like, what the fuck? But then you come back to like he bots on Twitch, he probably bots on YouTube as well. Like, let's be honest here. So, I don't know.
I imagine that'd be difficult to catch, wouldn't it?
On YouTube,
Like when I watch a Twitch stream, if I see the chat not moving and it says there's like 1,000 people, I can tell there's not 1,000.
I can always
look
tell
at the
about
viewer
bots
list, all
on
that stuff.
Twitch because like there's like you can click on their name and see when their account was created.
Yep.
And I always see the
Yeah, that
same
too.
creation date, and I also see the same people saying like different people saying the same thing with the same
Right.
capitalization and the same punctuation. And I'm just like, that's botted.
Yeah, the fake conversation.
And then you really can tell when you say bot in the chat and you get timed out. So yeah, pretty much. They're just doing that to get.
I'd be
up
like,
there
I was trying to
more.
tell you to go bottom lane. God.
Yeah.
But I imagine on YouTube it would be extremely difficult to find
bot.
that shit out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people do though. That's the thing.
Oh, I don't
People are
doubt
shitty,
it.
though,
They like
so.
they rush in and bet on random websites and have people like for some in-game currency or something. You know what I mean? And get 10,000 likes on a video, even though
Yeah.
they didn't watch the video.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird.
It'll catch up to him, man.
It will. I hope it
One
does,
day.
but whatever. Fuck it. Doesn't affect me at all. He's a Call of Duty YouTuber streamer. It doesn't have any fucking effect on me at all. So
Yeah.
he's just stealing my YouTube revenue. That's making me nothing anyway. So yeah. Anything else to add? Anything else? Any movies, YouTube videos, TV shows?
Did we talk about UFC? Oh, just kidding.
We talked a lot about UFC. Actually.
Yeah, I did.
That and the Culling was our two longest conversations today.
Not surprising.
I guess we can
We didn't
wrap
even
it
have
up.
Not much to talk about the Culling. We did.
No, there really wasn't anything to talk about this week. We just kind of like scoured together random shit.
I mean,
figured it
still,
out.
How long have we gone?
An hour and a half.
Not bad.
So,
for like coming up with ideas last second. You know?
Yeah.
yeah, I guess Ross
Check out the
server if you're curious, and then patreon.com/creatorcast. Check out all the cool stuff and all the perks and stuff if you want to do that. We should have sponsors next stream, so
Hopefully.
we're working on that, and those sponsors will give like free shit to us, and we can show it off on the podcast, and
Yeah.
then-
Unbox things.
it's just kind of cool things for the whole webcam-y thing, you know? Like, we should be doing more cool stuff on the webcam than just sitting here and talking into a microphone, but we'll figure that out.
Yep.
But this was CreatorCast number 3, and bye.